I muted myself. Yeah, I can hear you. I just did a rolling start right now. Going live. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Give me 1 second, all right? Mic check. What's going on, people? Let me know how my levels are sounding. Addicts in the building, Solves in the building. Talk to me, chat right quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what's going on. I see Eagles fan in there. Smitty Smith, what's up? Jay Bailey, what's up? Anthony Vasquez, what's up? Yeah, I see Solve in there. Oh, Hustle says what's up. That's what's going on. Thank you. Cool, clear. Shanzu, what's up, man? Gunstar. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna get rolling. Miranda will be in the building. King will be rolling up. Fairly soon. So we see what's up, and I'll talk to you guys in a. Actually, Addict, so I'll talk to
Yeah,
them
hear
right
me?
quick.
Y'all hear me? Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, let me know if y'all can hear them. Oh yeah, all right. Hustle said Addict here, no doubt. My
What up
man
with
Med said we lit. What's up? No doubt. So we gonna mute it for a bit, and then we get Miranda in here, and of course the king gonna roll through, and it's gonna be an interesting Sunday and certain topics with Solve. But get ready.
There's absolutely nothing interesting about what's going on.
Oh, he already started. I already see what time it is. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what type of time Solve on. We gonna see what's up.
An answer?
Here's a live chat. Here's a preview of Solve and King going at it. We're trying to get the show started, but they will not stop.
If a tree falls in the forest,
To help move them posts.
Oh my God. King and Solve are going big super extra. Lords, we're about to go live in 1 minute.
Right, and the other person just shut up.
Hi, this is Lord Sovereign from the Iron Lord podcast. As you guys may recall, a few months back, King David OTW announced an amazing giveaway for the Xbox Series X. Well, I'm proud to announce that the Iron Lords podcast will once again be giving away another console at the end of this year. And that console will be a PlayStation 5. You heard correctly. So, how do you get in on this amazing giveaway? Let me explain. If you're already a member of the realm, you're good to go. If you support us either on Patreon or YouTube, you already have a ballot to win this amazing console. And if you support us on both platforms, you have 2 ballots to win this amazing console, as you also have 2 ballots to win an Xbox Series X. So, if you're not a member of the realm, what are you waiting for? Head on over to patreon.com, go to the Iron Lords Podcast Patreon page, become a member of the realm to get your chance to win a PlayStation 5. You can also join us on YouTube/Iron Lords Podcast. Become a member of the realm, and you will also have a ballot to win a PlayStation 5 console. And if you want to support us on both platforms, you'll have 2 ballots for each system to win either a PlayStation 5 console or, of course, as King David said, an Xbox Series X. This is an amazing opportunity that the Iron Lords podcast are so happy to bring to our community because you guys give so much back to us. So again, if you're not a member of the realm yet, what are you waiting for? Go out, join the realm on either Patreon or YouTube. And until next time, I'll see you at the round table.
My body is.
Oh my God.
My body fell upstairs.
All right. And we are live. Welcome to the Iron Lords podcast and the lordsofgaming.net, episode number 179. It's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. I'm extremely excited about our special guest, and we've got the PlayStation 5 Teardown and backward compatibility reveal. GameStop's and Microsoft's new partnership, and Xbox Fan Fest to discuss, so we gonna get right into it. I want to introduce a lady who not only represents pure positivity within our gaming community, but with her infectious energy and passion for multilingual journalism is an absolute pleasure to follow. Whether it be her insightful articles, detailed walkthroughs, or chill indie streams, all done in good fun. Introducing the executive editor at IGN, a panelist of Podcast Unlocked, and the host of the HavokRose Twitch channel. The lady of Dota and all things stationary, and the only streamer who could mitigate an Ari the Cat disaster live on air. Live from the Bay Area, and kind enough to make her debut into the realm of the Lords. My girl, Lady Miranda Sanchez. How you doing, sis?
Hello, good morning. They're cutting it. I'm just beaming because the introduction is just pure gold. I was like, can you please clip that out so I can use them for every single thing I do going forward? I'm so bad at writing introductions for myself. I'm going to disturb the piece just because you called out Ari. Oh, she actually got up.
Oh, where's Ari? Oh!
I have a fluffy.
Nice.
She's behind my arm.
It's like a standard piece with her. She always got to have the cat around.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Michael Burton. Salute. Welcome to the realm.
Put the crest in the
Put
chat.
the crest in the
Yes,
chat,
put
Michael
the crest
Burton.
in
That's
the chat
salute.
from Michael Burton.
No question. So, Miranda, it's absolute pleasure to have you in the realm. You're a complete lord at what you do in the realm of gaming. So, what you been up to? What you been playing? What's been going on with you?
Oh man, actually just last night I continued my playthrough of Halo 2 that I'm playing with a friend. So as you know, things have been kind of stressful. And so we're just like, what if we chill with a very comfy game? And so we've been kind of replaying the Halo games, and it's been really nice to have that.
Nice.
Very weird to play it on PC as always.
Yeah.
I've been on that and then playing Spiritfarer, and I've also been playing Animal Crossing, and as you mentioned, Dota 2, because I can never give that up. It will be with me for the rest of my life, I'm pretty sure, but you know.
Oh, we gonna talk.
When it comes to like the League of Legends, the Dotas, man, I stay away from them. I got Destiny in my life as it is. I don't need two cracks.
I gotta stay away from the drug. That's what's up. I've heard tremendous things about Dota. I got a lot of questions to ask you about that later. We're gonna get into the show. And you know, we have the 4 horsemen of gaming, those original lords of the realm here at the round table with our updated time-sensitive 5-minute intros. My co-host with the co-most, my brother for another mother, the difficult game conqueror, lord of his own world, and the how of the young wolf. My man, Lord Addict, how are we doing, sir?
You know what, King? It feels nice for him.
Damn!
Before I even say anything.
He gave him the time early. Damn!
I'd be Jonathan B.
Oh, Jonathan B. threw the time up? Okay. Yeah.
You both can go somewhere with you and all right? You know, I didn't have no smoke for you now, Saul. I was gonna let you and King do your battle in peace. But now I'm on King's side. I'm
You're on
all
King's
the
side.
way on King's side.
You're not helping him. You know,
He's
We'll
always
see,
on
man.
my
We'll see.
side.
I will flip anything you bring to the table.
So what's going on, sir?
Been playing Among Us. I'm exhausted because I played that a little bit too late. I woke up. I heard my alarm go off because what I usually do with my alarms is they're on the other side of the room, so I have to get up to turn them off. So I said, I get up, I look at the phone, I was like, it can't be 10.
It can't be 10 in the morning already. It's too early. I feel well. We appreciate you making the sacrifice for Lady Miranda. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
So we
thank you.
go keep it moving, and of course, oh wow. We got something just happened. I believe someone made a purchase. We actually knew a new thing going on with the OBS. So salute to that person. I'll salute you as soon as I get the notification later. But of course, we have the most technical. Did he come up for you? Did you see it?
Anonymous
Yeah,
just purchased a unisex zip hoodie.
It works! It works! The team store works! Yo, salute, Numas. Yo, thank you. All right, I see it now. Thank you, Anonymous, for purchasing.
It's early.
It did come up. It did work. Okay, so of course we have our most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer who lives for the single-player selfish experience, and also the Sopstradamus, the Lord of Clarity, and Patreon of the Iron Bank, Bobby, Lord Sovereign. How are we doing, sir?
I was waiting for Attic to jump in. Hold on.
I have to make sure I can't be simplistic. I have to make sure it's unexpected. And I told you, one thing that he forgot in your intro is you're the loser of the bet.
Oh, Jonathan B said you're the Lord of Tinder. Continue.
Lord of Tinder. That's
I'm done. I'm done.
I haven't done nothing. I spent my entire Saturday putting together office furniture.
Oh wow.
My wife, she works with grants and whatnot. So at the end of every grant period, you have excess money. You have to spend it.
Yes.
So she went ahead and used her excess money to purchase like 3 cabinets, a brand new desk, and like 2 chairs. So she was like, honey, there goes my Saturday.
There goes your Saturday. Who's putting it together? Soft.
That was it.
That was it. No doubt.
And I played Hades during the week.
Oh, you play Hades? All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. And of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the Excess Gamer.
Ooh.
The prophet of Xbox, king of the statues who demands nothing less than that premium experience. It is the leader of the Fraud Alert movement.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King, how are we doing, sir?
We're doing
Cognito is straight
fantastic.
up stroking his ego right now.
But check this out. Turn the beat around. Let me see that. Beat Ray Bill, y'all.
Wait a minute, it's supposed to be She-Hulk.
Yeah, his name is crazy. That's the new KOS that's going up soon. But She-Hulk is up. So if you didn't get a chance to check that out, go check that out. I was going over She-Hulk number 6.
Nice.
And see, I don't do that old put them on slabs. You can't read your comic books. The hell with that. I read my books. So I'm not into that new school stuff. What I was doing this week, definitely Destiny, Season of the Fallen. That I love the Halloween joint. That is so much fun.
Yes.
My favorite time of year for Destiny.
Yeah. Wait, hold
the
on. Miranda plays
stuff.
Destiny? I did not know this.
Yeah, I pop in every now and then. Unfortunately, I have too much to do to keep up with it. So there's like Season of the Fallen though. Maybe I'll go back and get my spooky hats. Last year spent so much money.
AKA, she wants to make sure she got the newest mask for this year. That's all.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you get the new mask, and I'm glad I don't have to bake cookies. So it's a whole lot of fun right now. Trying to get the different guns. I just love going through the haunted forest. That's so much fun.
Yeah.
But shout out to Dealer because I was playing Doom Eternal.
What was you playing it on, sir?
Why was you playing Doom Eternal?
Why? How is that possible?
I was not purchasing the game until it came to Game Pass, and lo and behold, Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer has made it possible for the king to play the game. And I told you I will not bend the knee, like the same way I won't bend the knee for Mortal Kombat 11. It won't happen. So when it comes to Game Pass, the king will partake. Yes, he will.
Shout out to Game Pass. Always taking care of King, making his reluctant purchases always worthwhile.
Now that they control GameStop, it's fun.
Oh my god, we will get into that. And of course, we have
that's gonna be a messy topic.
That's gonna be a messy topic. And of course, we have the gaming ninja himself, the Shinobi Unlocked, LordCognito, spread that realness in the realm of the ILP. Not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. So shout out to the last word this Friday, my bro Ebontis. We had on Paul Tassi, man.
Y'all brought him back.
Yeah, we brought him.
He was there before.
Yeah, we brought him back. Great Destiny discussions. I was able to be a little messy with one of my bets with Ebontis. That Tassie was there. It was kind of funny. And other than that, man, I just want to thank everybody, man, for all the well wishes and everything to Mama Cog. Now that she's home, she's on the road to recovery. The love that the realm showed was tremendous. So thank you guys. It really meant a lot. She actually enjoyed. I showed her some of the stuff. She actually enjoyed it, so it was kind of cool. But other than that, gaming wise, oh wow, someone's making purchases at the store again. Yeah, it's beautiful. Salute to y'all. Other than that, just been doing like I said, little Destiny Festival Lost and Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds. So I've been doing a lot of that and getting caught up as a peril for the Gorgon. But
I'm so motivated. Bought a classic pullover.
Oh, he bought the classic pullover. You ain't get the zip, dog. I thought we got the new zips one.
Get the classic pullover. The ha-ha.
Look at you jacket shaming that man.
No, because
I'm not jacket shaming. I like.
No, I'm talking to Cognito.
Oh,
listen, I'm a zip hoodie guy, so we finally got them. I thought those would be the ones that's gonna move.
Thugs wear the pullovers. Thugs wear the pullovers.
Oh, shout out! Hold on, we got Kid Smooth in the building. Shout out Kid Smooth. Follow super chat. King literally holding out in games until they come to Game Pass, and it has worked.
That's right. You know why it works? Because I have faith. That's it.
Who you have faith in, sir? Who do you have faith
I
in?
have faith in Phil Dominus Maximus. Really.
Of course, he did that for you. Of course, of course.
I told
Time.
people.
Oh, damn.
I just told them. They
All
don't
right.
believe me.
So cool. So now we got into what the Lords have been playing. I want to focus on Lady Miranda, her video game system history, her journey into games journalism, and of course what led her to Podcast Unlocked and creating the amazing HavokRose Twitch channel. So Lady Miranda, let's start from the beginning. What were some of the first video game systems you had and what got you into gaming?
So what got me into gaming was my dad, and his game systems were my game systems for a very long time. So my parents are really young, and when I was itty bitty, my dad had a Sega Genesis, and we would sit on his lap as like infants. So I actually have a twin sister. We're fraternal twins.
Oh wow! That's
So
cool.
I did not game alone when I was small, and we would sit on his lap while he's playing, I guess like Madden or something, or one of the early versions of some football game. And I very vividly remember him playing, and there was like an ambulance that would drive out in the field, and it was my favorite part.
Yes, it would knock off all the players. Those are the old Maddens. Yes,
Yeah, it was my favorite thing, and that's just like one thing I remember. That and that one time that my sister got her tonsils taken out, and she got ice cream, and I didn't. And I was very bitter about it. But we both had to play Aladdin, so it was okay. I don't remember playing Aladdin. Apparently, it was very hard, but my parents did get us some stuff, so that was like very young, and so I don't really remember the Sega too much, but I didn't actually have an entry into Nintendo, which I think is a lot of people's first entry until the Nintendo 64. So that's when I was a bit older. But before that, though, I actually had a Game Boy Color.
Wow.
So that was my first real love. Like, even though I had a Sega and had access to it, I was so small that I just really was playing with the controllers and messing up my dad's games.
Now let me ask you this. Just to cut you 1 second, I gotta ask you this: Did Dad do the old trick where like you would fake like you were playing when you were not playing, or he would actually let you play when you guys sat on his lap? Because I remember some parents are very notorious for that. Continue.
Yeah, so he was definitely trying to do the trick where we thought we were playing.
Yeah.
But my twin sister is actually very smart, and she figured out how to plug in the control. She figured out we weren't doing anything. So my dad was like, yeah, she plugged in the controllers. And I was like, oh. I didn't figure that out.
Salute. That is awesome. So continue. I'm sorry I interrupted. You were saying from the
no,
color.
please.
Give me those systems. Give me those systems that you went from.
Yeah, so then we got our Game Boy Colors, which was just so important for me. I love Nintendo handhelds. Like, they're my favorite thing, and I'm so sad that Nintendo's kind of moving on from that. I'm just like, oh, but my handhelds. I have, like, I think 3 or 4 DSs at this point, which is the most I've ever had of any system. But they just made them so collectible, and they're like, well, this version is special for Japan, or this version is special because it only does the 2D, and it flips over, and it was too easy to buy. So then after our nice time with our colors, we ended up getting the Nintendo 64. And so that was a very big thing for me. And then it wasn't until my dad got an Xbox that I got into like first person shoot. Well, actually that's a lie. We used to have GoldenEye on our 64, but we were so small that my mom would hide it. She's like, you guys can't play this. But we'd find it and put it in. And then when she would come in, we're like, Mom, we're just making wall art. We're just shooting
wall art!
It's like every day. Where'd Mom hide the game? Do a scavenge hunt every day for a video game.
Find the golden eye.
Find the golden.
She's like, you look that way, I'll look this way.
It's funny because we actually got to like significant time with it, because I do remember we only played the multiplayer there. Like, I didn't really ever play the campaign. But the first campaign that I really remember getting through, aside from like Pokemon, was Ocarina of Time. So that was like my first like really big changer game. That and like Mario 64, like very big, a lot of classics, and those were really big for me as a little kid.
Awesome.
But I think my path changed when my dad stuck in Halo.
Oh,
there it is. The game.
Dad was a gamer. Like he was.
Oh yeah, so these consoles were all his. They were not mine. They were not bought for us, except for the Game Boy Colors. Like those were for us. But my dad was the one bringing in.
Sounds like King's household.
That's for you.
It's like, yeah, we're sitting you with these over here. So we got more time with other things. So my mom, of course, like she was like, these are like kind of violent. They shouldn't be playing these. But my dad, he wanted someone to play Halo with.
Awesome, Dad.
And so he's like, he knew that I loved video games. Like my sister was into games, but not in the same level that I was. So he's like, Miranda, Mom's out. Don't tell her, but I'll let you play Halo with me.
Let's go.
Okay. And it's like one of my favorite games of all time, and it's like such a huge thing for me.
Wow.
As far as like a formative, like that was like my first like narrative first person shooter experience, like since I never really got to experience like what GoldenEye was, and like, so that was so important because I love first person shooters, and like Halo is so iconic, and like having that be the first one was pretty big for me.
That's huge.
Yeah, and so from there, like I always talk about this on Lock too. It's like Fusion Frenzy.
Nice.
On the original Xbox, it's huge for me.
I wish they would remake that or do something with that franchise.
They don't got it. Just back compat looks fantastic. It looks like
I don't
a brand
want
new
to
game
just
to me.
play the old stuff, okay? I want to play looking new.
I love the nostalgia of looking at that old game, but also if they would remake it, I would not complain because those water levels are trash.
If you look at like experiences that we've had now, like I wouldn't call Among Us like that type of game, but it's like a party game, Fall Guys party game. Like clearly there's a market for it, but the only people that's really collecting on it's Nintendo, and they do it half-ass. So.
Yeah, I don't want to play Mario Party again. I really don't.
It's like I'm done.
Give me Fusion Frenzy.
No. So Halo, what an introduction. So you're rocking that. So give me some more of those titles, and then from more of the OG Xbox titles. Then what else did you transition to? Console?
Yeah, so I remember we played a Mech Warrior. I don't remember which one, but it was like one of the earlier ones. I remember the cover, and I always forget which number it is or like what the actual title of it is. So Mech Warrior was pretty big for me. We also had Amped. We had Project Gotham Racing.
I love Project Gotham with the kudos. Remember the kudos?
Yeah, the kudos.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my game. Continue.
That was a good time. So my mom also plays some games. Like she's not as intense as other people, but she does play some. So she loved racing games. That's one we would play together. So that was nice.
So mom did play though. That's kind of cool.
She loves Mortal Kombat.
What? But hold on. I gotta put fraud alert on mom for a second. So she didn't allow you these guys to play the shooter games, but she's playing Mortal Kombat.
Well, I mean, she was a grown woman, so I think that had more to do with it.
But she's playing in front. She played Mortal Kombat in front of the kids.
She was playing in front of us.
Oh, okay.
Like, I like this, but she didn't want us to play that.
Oh, okay.
They was peeking through the crack in the door.
Miranda, come see the
fatality. Mommy did a fatality.
Salute. So then from there you went OG Xbox. So what was the next transition for dad system wise or you system wise?
So the next thing I think we got was a GameCube. And we didn't have too many games like that one. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion was a big one for us. Super Mario Sunshine. I had one of the Animal Crossing games on there. I had a few other games on there as well. And I really loved our GameCube. We actually had this Disney Party game, not Mario Party. We did have Mario Party, I think, eventually. But there's this Disney Party game that they had on there. So good.
Nice.
I always play with those with my siblings.
That's what's up.
We also have younger siblings as well. So there was 4 of us growing up. So party games are a pretty big deal for us.
That's awesome.
Mario Party was a great game. It's just like they didn't keep evolving it throughout the time. It's like that game. There's no reason that don't have online functionality in 2020.
This is Nintendo, sir.
We're not saying. I'm tired of people saying this is Nintendo and acting like that's an excuse. That's not an excuse.
We didn't say it was an excuse. We just telling you. Telling who you're dealing with. Exactly. Let's get these super chats.
Let me get this one.
Okay.
So we got a $2 super chat from Lord Kabatsu. Miranda played GBC, so I'm assuming Game Boy Color. He's more OG credit than Addict.
Mangled that, bro.
Mangled it.
It's not my fault. He could have spelt it better. But it is what it is. Look, first off, I had the Game Boy Color. so you can take that, go somewhere with it, because I play Pokemon on it.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I remember putting the little light things in the Game Boy Color because
Back to the super chat.
Yeah,
To the light, it didn't have a backlight on the actual Game Boy.
All he would do is argue with Kaibatsu. Back to the super chats.
Look, man, he was getting that work.
$25 super chat. I'm so happy Mama Cog is doing well. Salute
thank
to
you,
healthy
brother.
and recovery.
Thank you, brother.
And we have Jonathan B with the $5 super chat. Miranda Skeleton randomly changes positions like King's Mario. Also, time. And then we have Regulator 951 with the $2 super chat. Good morning, lords, and welcome, Queen of Fusion Frenzy.
Woo, salute.
Makes me so happy. Good morning. Also, hello, everyone in chat. I see your chats, by the way. I'm watching. I'm watching you. I'm just telling a story.
She's low-key saying behave. I'm watching.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Sav, we all caught up?
We're all caught up.
Okay, cool. So back to Red. So again, GameCube now. So did from there, like, did we do any PlayStation at all, or we should stay kind of Xbox and Nintendo?
So most of my exposure to PlayStation was playing at friends' houses. So we just never really got the original PlayStation, but I do fondly remember playing Spyro at my friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
And all the while also, I am keeping up with the Nintendo handhelds. Like I had a Game Boy Advanced. I had a special Target Red Edition. Red was my favorite color. It was very important for me. We got to New Mexico on a trip, and I was just so happy. And then eventually I also got a DS as well.
Nice.
But yeah, so my exposure to PlayStation was mostly through friends until Kingdom Hearts.
Addict is in love now. Here we go. He's about look at him. Look at that smile. Look at Addict smiled.
They always be making fun of me over my Kingdom Hearts stuff.
I've never seen this smile before. This man is excited. Continue.
So,
no one else has ever said they like Kingdom Hearts on the show.
So get this. I had to save my pennies. I had to save all my money. I believe it was 4th grade when I got it. And I was just like, all right, birthday money is in the bank. I'm at my 4th grade fair. There is an auction for a PS2.
Wow.
I want it because all I want to do is play Kingdom Hearts. And the PS2 is the only thing that has it. So I have to get it. And I remember as a kid too, the cutscenes really fooled me because I'm a little kid and I didn't know it was different. I was like, why does the PS2 look like that, whereas my Xbox looks like this? What's up?
Ooh,
and then until I got it, and I was like, oh, it's the same thing.
They're liars.
I didn't actually know that wasn't gameplay because I was so small, and it's kind of funny thinking about how you see things through a different lens when you're smaller. But yeah, so I saved my pennies. I actually did not get the PS2 at that auction. I backed out.
Oh, you backed out?
I did not win, so I backed out. But I did eventually go to GameStop later and bought it with my own money. I was so proud. That was the first system I bought with my own money.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
It always feels good with that, that first purchase you make for yourself. That's pretty awesome. I got to salute. Wow, some PS and everything there. So did we transition to the 360 at all, or?
Yes, eventually we did get a 360, but also we had a PC. So my house was just my parents were very big on saving and getting into things. So a lot of the stuff we got were usually later into the generations. And also I don't think I ever got it. I didn't get a day one console. Until maybe the Wii, maybe, and even then, I don't think that was day one.
I think I got a launch console with the Wii.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk.
That's a great console. I don't care what nobody says. I moved my furniture. I was
man. All I know is Skyward Sword was on that ruin the whole time.
Oh my! Don't start. Don't you two start with that,
I'm
please.
not saying anything. Time.
Get him, King. No, moving on. So get the PC because
So we had a PC. I think my PC is mostly for my dad and for work because he's an IT guy. So he worked at American Airlines.
Salute, fellow IT.
Yeah, he was in the Navy for that originally and went to school for all that, and so then he got a job and all that, and so it's he's always messing with the computers. So it's just yay, I can watch him play Call of Duty over his shoulder, even though I'm not supposed to be. I definitely did. I remember that was my first exposure to Call of Duty as well, was him playing on PC, which is oh, sweet thinking about that. Anyway, I was I miss my dad.
Salute the dad.
Yeah. And so eventually we got our own PC time in the form of The Sims. So that was a pretty big thing for me.
That is a life drainer.
It was we were allowed to play except the robbers used to scare me. Like the music would come on and I just freak out. Because they had like creepy music back then. They don't have like the robbers anymore, which is kind of a weird thing that they removed as an event.
Because it was scaring kids.
They'll just have people randomly come up and take your stuff now.
They just get abducted by aliens. Like it's good time. It's good times now.
Good stuff. No doubt.
The only tragedy is they can climb out of the pools now. You can't.
You can't. That's over with.
It's pretty bad. It's probably for the best.
So one game that you are synonymous for on PC that you mentioned yet is Dota. I need to know that. I need to know about that whole story, that love affair.
Oh my God, Dota did not come until way later. That was actually a college thing.
Okay.
So do we want to skip forward?
No. I mean, it's up to you. You could transition through, or you could go straight. It's up to you.
Okay, we're gonna take a little Dota pit stop.
Okay.
Let's
go.
She's so excited about Dota.
I love it. Let's go. Let's go.
You guys, I have so many hours in Dota. I'm pretty sure I don't know. You guys might have more hours in Destiny than I do in Dota. Who knows?
I would say yes.
Yeah, we're probably there. Yeah.
Maybe.
Except for Soft.
How many hours on average do you have?
Wow. On average?
You know what's sad, Miranda? In the Destiny community, if you don't have at least 2,000, you're considered a scrub.
You're like a casual.
Okay. That's fine. I could see that. I have 2,671 hours in Dota 2.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, that doesn't include all the time
she's checking her stats right now.
I did.
Salute.
So I've been playing since 2013. So I got into that actually after League of Legends, surprisingly enough. I started in League of Legends playing by myself. I got like my partner at the time into it. And then eventually one of my friends was like, hey, you should play Dota 2. And I was like, but I play a League. And he's like, oh, listen, like I'll play a League with you if you play Dota with me. I was just like, okay.
That's how it starts.
That's how it starts. Yep.
You know who never played League with me?
We'll give you the first.
Wait, she never played League with you after you agreed?
No, he never played League with me. He never played League.
The setup! Salute to the setup. Bait and switch.
He helped me learn Dota. He's like, oh, that's like a little animal that gives you your stuff from the shop. And I was like, what?
Wow.
She's just remembering that he didn't end up his. She's texting him right now with her offhand.
Oh, I did it with someone Shifra. He knows.
Salute.
And so like eventually I just moved on just to Dota. Like Dota became my full time. I found out like I liked Dota a lot more. I think they're both very great MOBAs for different reasons. It's a lot like comparing like Battlefield and Call of Duty. Like they're very different games. They may be in the same genre, they're the same kind of game, but they are not the same game in any sort of way, and they have like kind of merits that really stand out for them. Like for instance, I'm a Call of Duty person where my dad is a Battlefield person, which is very weird.
That's the smarter one with the
Lord. Wow, the disrespect to the guest. Dad, you were doing so good at it.
I was starting to like you, but
it's over. Relationship's done.
Into the bushes.
It started at Kingdom Hearts and died at Call of Duty.
Call of Duty's where I draw the line.
Oh my God, y'all savage. Oh my God.
Call of Duty is where he draws the line.
Call of Duty
that's your game.
Solid.
That's your game. No doubt.
Yeah.
Continue.
So that's actually a good transition. So I actually didn't get my start at Call of Duty until, of course, 360, which I think is where a lot of people did. I was really a big Halo person, of course. And so we got a 360. I don't know when. I just remember my parents wouldn't get me Gears of War, and I was really jealous because my high school boyfriend had it, and he would just play Gears of War. I was like, that could be me. I was so pissed.
So that could be me.
Could have been me. Cold World.
That was a hell of a commercial.
What a trailer. What a trailer.
That definitely sounds like a good commercial. Like, see, that could be me.
Hold on. Yo, shout out to Nintendo Girl real best. He said, can we replace Attic with Miranda permanently now?
If you want Call of Duty people in this podcast, then maybe I should
Call of Duty
walk out the back door and just be done.
How you gonna hit them with those people, the Call of Duty people?
It's you know what it is. It's like Call of Duty is a big budget Michael Bay film. That's how I see it, right? And Battlefield is more like what is it, like a foreign film
At this point?
So
Call of Duty might as well be Fast and the Furious.
Oh my God! Listen, we cannot. I got Miranda. I got to defend you because Call of Duty changed the game. When it
changed the game, but it hasn't changed since it changed the game.
it has. It went away from exactly what it was, but it always. You know what? Every year, Call of Duty would give you a new technique. The biometric ball. See, don't be upset. We ain't say time when you was all going crazy over your kingdom. His eyeballs
he was bloviating. He was bloviating over Kingdom Hearts.
Yo, did you see his eyes?
Yo, Addict smile. Yo, Miranda, Addict does not smile on IOP. Like, it was 2 smiles when Kingdom Hearts came out. I was very surprised.
Listen to the disgust in his voice when he said Kingdom Hearts. He referred to it as that Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my God, that was what's up. No, Soft, real quick, you want to get the super chats? Let's just catch up real quick. Then we continue with Miranda.
We have a Rodimus with the $2 super chat. Miranda, Boomer Sooner. Let's go. You lost me. Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. Someone knows the history.
So I went to University of Oklahoma. So when someone says like Boomer, you say Sooner, and so.
Salute! Someone did their research.
Then we have Gerald Mack with the $5 super chat. Good morning, Lord. Shout out to the special guest Miranda Sanchez.
Oh,
thank you.
Then we have Clifton Coffee with the $5 super chat. Welcome to the realm, Lady Miranda. Shout out from the OKC. Lord, assault that like button to power your dreams and the podcast. Thank you, sir.
Salute.
Power your dreams. You see what you're doing there.
If you guys are in Oklahoma, please maybe check out Van's Pig Stand sometime soon because I miss it dearly. That is like the one thing in Oklahoma I miss. I left literally the day after I graduated. I was just like, bye. I'm out of Oklahoma. I don't want to be here anymore. I was born in Oklahoma City, and my parents both went to OU, and that's why I went there.
Wow.
And I don't like going back.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I don't have any family there anymore either, so I don't really have a reason to. It's just it's a new place.
She said OKC in the bushes.
There's areas that are really cool. There are spots that I like a lot and things that I like about it, but generally it's just like, man, it is more expensive.
That was the sidestep from the initial statement.
To go to Oklahoma than it is for me to go to Hawaii. Like, put it in context.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all know she will not be coming back on Flag Day.
Flag Day has officially been canceled.
Is Miranda showing up this Flag Day, Father? No, she will not be showing up.
My God! Salute. That's good. So if you want to finish off, we have one more?
Yeah, we have one more. We have Jonathan B with the $5 super chat. I legit didn't even know Addict had teeth until he smiled for the first time.
My
God. You're a toothless wonder.
Oh my God.
Let's welcome to the realm QTI Grizzly. Thank you, sir.
QTI Grizzly. Salute. Welcome to the realm.
What did it for you, Grizzly? Was it the PlayStation 5 that your show's trying to get?
Oh my God.
I know King got 4 of them. I'm getting one.
Hold up, just real quick. Kid Smooth, if you're still in the chat, send me that link on that PlayStation thing you just said. I'm gonna send that to King. Got to give him a little bit of ammo.
So moving on.
Quick shout out to Iron Mike in the chat for talk about Bricktown. I did very much like Bricktown.
Oh yeah, Bricktown. That's what's up. Some OKC talk in here. That's what's going on. So that's actually a good transition. Basically, obviously we got the great, amazing gaming history and stuff like that. But what kind of got you into games journalism? Like, what was the whole passion behind that? Like, how did that transition start?
So it was 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
It was 5th grade when I decided that I want to get into writing about video games for my profession.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. And then I shot straight forward. I did every single thing I could to get into like writing classes or journalism, going to like journalism camps, going to school for journalism, freelancing. And then I got my job. That was like, that's the short of it. I was like very, very determined to just do this job. I did not want to do any other jobs. So when I was a kid, I really hated reading until I read Harry Potter, which is a problem now, but I still really loved Harry Potter. And so that was the first book that got me into reading. And then I was like, wow, I want to write books. And then I was like, you can't make money writing books. And so, of course, that's another thing where you don't make money, which is writing about video games.
You gotta make that money.
Yeah, so I mean, it's for the books, probably. Like, you're probably better off. And so, or you have a better, maybe, I don't actually even know. I don't know the statistics of that. And so I love video games so much, and I always knew that I wanted to do something with it. So that's where IGN came into.
Wow.
And
so how did that go? IGN.
Yeah. Yeah, so I seriously just every single class, every yearbook club I could join, every like journalism class I could take, I always went through that as much as I could just to kind of get into it. And of course, like keeping up with video games where I can, you know, like that's the hello.
Ari, that's Ari.
That was Ari.
I knew it.
That cannonball of fluff. That was Ari.
Yes, salute to Ari.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
Going to the litter box. Excuse me.
Probably she's chasing her sister Morty, but they're not actually sisters, but I call them sisters. So yeah, and then eventually, so where I got my start with IGN was actually as a fan. So I was actually back in the day a moderator for the Unlocked Facebook group.
Wow.
Which is really weird. So I was a very big fan of that show before I got to IGN.
Wow.
And I liked Beyond and everything else. Like I got a Vita and I was so excited about it.
Salute to the Vita.
Yeah, I got
Vita's
that
such a great console. A little handheld.
Yeah, I love that handheld.
Yeah, except the fact that you had to buy the memory card.
The proprietary stuff.
My mom and dad didn't know that you had to buy a memory card, so I couldn't even use it when I got it for my birthday.
Oh,
They're like,
no.
here you go. And it's
No.
like, here's a game. And it's like, I need a memory card. Like, we can take you to GameStop. And I was like, okay.
Salute.
So I had to buy that part.
Salute. That's
I was like,
awesome.
that's a fair trade-off. You know, you bought me the system, I'll buy the
Like I bought a memory card. Fair enough. So you're doing the moderation for Unlocked, and you are fit. This is an amazing story. Continue. I want to know how this transition happened.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was a very big fan, and so again, I was into some PlayStation stuff as well with Beyond. So I actually got to meet all the IGN people. So like, of course, my sites were more set on IGN,
Right.
And I got to go to Beyond 300. I was like, I have to go. Like, this is my only chance to meet them. Like, when else would I meet people from IGN? Like, this is my in.
Nice.
And so I saved up my money. I worked a lot of part-time jobs in college, and I managed to get a ticket to Beyond 300 and a flight. And so I got to go to San Francisco for the first time. I fell in love immediately, and I got to meet everybody. I was trying not to be like fangirl about it, even though I was like, oh my god, you did this professionally.
These are your people. This is your dream.
If anybody used to listen to Unlocked back in the day, Mitch Dyer was one of my favorite hosts on there, and he's actually one of my super close friends now, which is really weird.
That's awesome.
When I got my first email from him, I remember where I was. I was in like the magazine room essentially of my journalism school, and I got a reply from him from a question from Unlocked, and I freaked out. I was like, "Oh my god, he knows to speak."
Salute to the reply, causing the feelings. Yes,
you can never know.
Salute. Shout out to Mitch.
And so actually getting to meet them in person was pretty huge because then we just got to be pals.
Nice.
And so then from there, I was like, I really want to work here eventually one day. Like that'd be really cool. Like, okay, well, just get into freelance when you can. Like, obviously you're already going to journalism school. That's huge. You already write. I actually had my own gaming podcast at the time. It was called Random Havoc.
Nice.
That's a quiet fact about me. Some people actually were around from that. They're like, I remember the Random Havoc days. I was like, what? Excuse you? So yeah, I started my own blog that I also did part-time in addition to working and doing schoolwork, where I was just really trying to write my own reviews. And I remember one of the first game codes I actually received was for State of Decay. So that was my first getting a game review, and that meant so much to me. And I don't think anybody else really knows that. And so it's a quiet
exclusive.
I cherish this game for a very specific reason.
Nice.
And so I was really trying to grind it out, to show that I was super interested by doing my own thing. And my mom She used to do stuff for Pinterest and consulting for social media on Pinterest for different businesses. And so she knew all about like SEO and blogs and all these things. So she really helped me get it set up.
That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah. And so from there, I kind of talked to I even like made my own business cards and stuff. And it's just like, oh, that was so cute back then.
That's awesome.
So good.
So what was the moment when it's like, okay, we're offering you, a position? Like what that exact moment, do you remember that whole sequence?
Yes. Yes, I do. So really quickly, what led up to that was about a year of freelance. So every now and then, IGN will publish a post about looking for new freelancers, especially for news, because we try to have a good pool of news freelancers, because that's the stuff that turns around the most. We need people who are a little bit more available.
Yes.
And so as soon as I saw that go up, like you have to fill out an application, you have to submit kind of a demo of stuff. So like they'll give you a prompt. It's like, write news stories for these 3 like press releases. Like how do you interpret them and how do you make sure that they're a readable story? So I applied immediately and I was like, please. And I got it. I was like, thank God. And that was Mitch and Andrew hired me on for that, for their little team. And we were a hungry group of freelancers at the time.
Nice.
And I remember my first article that went up too. It was about some like mobile game sale, which is a very weird article.
But you were proud. You were proud when it went up.
Yeah, that was my first article on IGN.
Woo!
And so I did freelancing for them for a while. Eventually, I transitioned into helping with features because I was like, give me more work. Like, what can I do? And then I pitched Dan on reviews. I had my first panic attack when he gave me my feedback for my first review. Oh my God, I've never seen a paper so red.
Oh, shout out to the editorial team. We're familiar at LordCognito that our editors send back a lot of stuff in red, needs to be redone. But I know what you mean. Continue.
It's good, right? Like you want to see that though, because that means someone's actually like ingesting your work and wanting you to get better. And so I had a panic attack. I thought I was never gonna get a job. I was like, they hate me. They will never give me a job.
There were errors. Oh no.
And thankfully, after that, I worked on it. I submitted it. It got published, and then he gave me another review. I was like,
oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That is awesome.
From there, what really got me on my path, though, and kind of what got me my job, was working on guides.
Yes.
So Dan Stapleton, who still is our reviews executive editor, referred me to Sam Claiborne, who at the time, who was still my boss, actually. He referred me to him for writing guides. He's like, oh, it's easy. Like, if you wanted some guide work, here's what you do. And so that's when I started working with that guides team. And I had not really written guides before, and I fell in love immediately. It is such a cool kind of style of writing that you don't necessarily see in a lot of other things.
Yes.
And so eventually, I was getting ready to graduate. So I graduated half a semester early because I wanted to graduate early. So I took like summer classes and stuff, and I did like AP stuff in high school. So I had passed a few of those exams thankfully and had some extra college credit. And I was like, if I just work hard enough, I can graduate early.
Wow, this is awesome.
Get me out of here.
No, salute to the grind. Salute to your grind. That's a big deal. I'm not gonna let you poo-poo that. Like, you really went extra hard to achieve your goal, and you wanted to finish early. So salute this sacrificing the summer and just like going for it. Like, that's a big deal.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. For me, I'm like very determined. Like, I will work as hard as I need to get something done. Like, I will go at it. Like, I'll formulate a plan. I'll write it out. I'll try my best to make it happen. And I think especially for me, like, my college experience was weird because I was very much about like just getting stuff done. I only went to very few parties. I mean, I had friends, but I did marching band. I had some hobbies, but I was really mostly about getting work done. And I kind of regret that a little bit, but
Ryan, we had Ryan on. Ryan said the same thing. He said the same thing as you. He said it got him to where he is now. He had to grind, but there's a part of him that looks back and says, well, maybe I should have just enjoyed it a little bit, because you only get that moment once. But then again, you guys wouldn't be as great as you are, So it's like, it's that the sacrifice that, you guys made. I want to shout out 2 of our writers in the chat. Shout out to my man, Gene, Lord Gene, Scribe of the Month, and a former Scribe of the Month, now at Windows Central, Jared. They loved your walkthrough segment. They love the guides.
Thank you.
Yeah, they really appreciate it. They do guides themselves, so salute to our team. But yeah, so you grinded it, and then Continue. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. You
Oh,
did
no,
the
it's
summer
okay.
thing.
Please ask any and all questions. I'm just like going through this
No,
beat by beat. So
we're-
please, I feel bad talking so much.
No, this is
This is
awesome.
your moment. So yeah,
This
Go
is your
ahead.
story. So continue.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So I got started with guides. And still doing other freelance work. I was working for Justin Davis when he ran features for a long time, still doing news work, still doing reviews. And eventually a job opened up at IGN, specifically for guides. But it was not only guides, but it was also editorial. It was their first half and half role. And Sam approached me, he's like, hey, we haven't listed this yet, but I would like you to apply for this. I was just like,
let's go.
Quietly offered me a job, but not like we still have to list it. But please apply for this.
Salute.
Okay. Yeah, and so it just so happened that it had actually, because I had just turned 21. So what I wanted to do for my 21st birthday was to go to San Francisco, and so I had like saved up all my part-time job money. Like I worked at a little cafe on near campus, and I was like, all right, saving my pennies, doing my freelance pennies. I want to go back to San Francisco and see all my friends at IGN. And so I did. And just so happened that I was just literally after I applied, I was at the airport telling him like I applied. Also, by the way, I'm on my way to San Francisco just in case you want to do an interview.
Just in case, you know.
I'll be in town, so
You know, I'm in town. I'm in town. You know, my application's there, but I'm in town. So, you know, we want to do this right now.
He was probably thinking, well, man, I just told you to apply. I didn't say you got the job.
Nah, I respect the hustle. Miranda, I respect the hustle.
That is crazy.
I love it. Continue.
Yeah, so it was kind of insane that it lined up that way. Like I did not expect it. I had the trip planned well before that they had said that they're opening that position. So I went out.
But you wrote it down first, right? Because you said that you write things down, you visualize it, and then you go and achieve it, right? So you wrote that down. Did you write that plan down before it happened?
I had planned out going there and hoping to like work in the office. So sometimes what happens when we have freelancers in town, we'll let them come like sit in the office with us if they like to, or like whatever that may be. So I wanted to go do that, and I was like, oh, that'll be fun, and I just want to go celebrate my birthday with my friends. At the time, my twin sister, so we actually lived together. We were really close. She was studying abroad in Japan at the time because she got like an opportunity for that, and so I was just kind of living alone. I was like, what am I going to do for my 21st birthday by myself? So that's why I had planned to go to San Francisco, and I figured I'll go celebrate with my friends from IGN, but also, you know, celebrate from other friends who live in San Francisco, and maybe they'll work in the office and like make my face known a little bit more, like meet these people that I'm working with that I've been working with for a while, and maybe that'll help along the line. So that was kind of part of the plan. I did not plan the whole I'm applying and I guess you guys could do the introductory interview instead of over the phone. I'm already there.
Right.
So.
That's great.
Yeah. So that I think really worked in my favor. And I was so nervous because that was my first like major job interview. Like I'd only worked in places that were like smaller, like kind of mom and pop shops that I had known or like I had gotten to know a little bit better before, you know, getting the job. And so going up and like being the editor-in-chief, I was so worried. I was like, oh my God, I got to be professional. I'm so nervous. Like I've been working my whole life for this. I could not mess this up.
Can't mess it up.
Can't mess it up. So I got,
no, continue. I'm sorry, continue.
Oh, yeah. So I got the job. And
that's awesome.
I had to go. So I had to fly back out again later for another interview with almost literally everybody. We don't really do this the same way anymore, but there were like 6 rounds of interviews.
Wow.
It was whole day affair. Like you meet with engineering, you meet with like the top of IGN, you meet with like 2 halves of the editorial team, you meet with product, you meet with everybody, and they really get to know who you are before they say you can come in.
No, that's awesome. I mean, you know, like I said, it's part of the process. You know, it's intense, and one thing I liked is you know you put the work in. And I love, like what King said, like you kind of visualize it and put yourself in position.
I'm a heavy person into that spelling thing because I believe that you write your own path. So when you write it down, you make it real. Yeah, you see it, and then once you see it, then you can achieve it. You gotta, you know, visualization is a key step, and a lot of people like to sidestep that step. But if you do it, you are more likely to achieve your goals. And like everything I've been hearing, you've been talking about, you wrote it down, you made your plan, you saved your money, and that all started from the structure that you had, like the structure growing up, mom and pop, the structure growing up, you saved, you saw him having this, you couldn't wait till you were able to do it, right? So, and you just grew all the way through. So, and going to college, of course, you weren't going to go and party and stuff like that because you had a goal and a plan in mind. You had your business cards ready. So it's like your focus was laser going all the way through. So, of course, you were going to go to San Francisco, and you know what? I submitted my application, but while I'm here, I can do an interview, and I'm pretty sure that impressed a lot of people that was there.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure.
And I love the fact that one thing she mentioned is like it's like an awesome gaming household. Just like mom and dad. There's so much involvement, and that is so cool to see. Because let's be real. Some parents, they're not as invested in the kids if they want a career in gaming or may not see gaming as something as a future, right? But your story is so cool. You had mom helping you on SEOs
with the blogs and stuff. That's kind of crazy.
I was very fortunate for that. And thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Sometimes I discount I was lucky, but I also know that I worked like hell to do it.
Yes, you did.
It's a lot of distractions out there, and for you to block out those distractions, it takes a lot, because at those times, especially when you're going to college, you meet new people and you're doing this and you're doing that, and to stay focused,
it's hard. We can't poo-poo that, especially with young adults. Partying, fun, it's supposed to be a fun period of your life, but to have the discipline, right? To stay in it is huge. But I want to transition, obviously to where most of the realm is familiar with you is Podcast Unlocked, and obviously we had the amazing Lord Ryan McCaffrey on here in the realm, and obviously I got a chance to guest and be there with you guys, which was absolutely awesome. Thank you for shouting out the Iron Lord gear. That was very, very appreciative. I felt good when you said, she was like, I like your gear. I was like, yes.
It is so good. It's so good. I love how all of your sisters just so decked out with it too. The logo's fantastic. I was watching the shows before, and I was just like, man, you guys have it just on point. It's so good.
Thank you. So it means a lot to us. Thank you so much.
See our logo everywhere at this point.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Much appreciated. So obviously, and of course, Dusty Legary and my man Brandon Tyrell. I got a chance to meet both of those as well. But how did that start? How did your introduction to Podcast Unlocked begin?
So that actually started a little later on into my career at IGN. I forget how many years I had been there. I'd guested on Unlocked every now and then, but they kind of had a set crew for a while until some people started leaving. And so
yes,
I was like, I love Xbox. You guys want to have me on?
She's like, I like Xbox. Hello.
I'll be very honest.
Someone just left, and she just sends the email. Well, I'm available that day. I'm just saying.
Be honest, Miranda. Be honest, Miranda. Talk to the people about it.
So I did have my own show before Unlocked, and which is why sometimes I think Ryan lets me host. I used to have our anime show, so I brought anime with New Force Taijin. That was part of my pitch for my job. I was like, I love anime. You're doing it wrong. Let me show you.
Salute.
So,
fix that anime up, IGN. Let's go.
Yeah. So I pitched a show, which unfortunately got canceled after a while for silly reasons, but that's okay. The people who did that are gone. But so I had some show experience, which was good. And so then Ryan was like, hey, do you want to be a permanent member of Unlocked? And I was like, ooh.
Look at the face! Yo, that face was classic, Miranda.
Miranda, make sure he's talking to her.
Yo, that face was classic. I'm sorry.
So I will say, I never really get imposter syndrome from things, because I know how hard I worked. I know how much I've been doing it. And I think I only know that because a lot of people have told me, and I always really appreciate when people point that out. It's you earned this. It's thank you. Because I think there's a lot of pressure to say well, you just got lucky, or you're really lucky. And people say that a lot, and I am certainly lucky for things. But I do try to keep that in perspective of how much I did work for it.
Yeah.
And thankfully, again, I have a lot of mentors around me who have been really intense about that. It's you ask for what you want, do what you need to, because these people won't just reward you for good work. You have to ask, you have to put yourself out there, and it's really difficult and different from what you grew up with maybe. So when it comes to Unlocked, because I was such a huge fan at first, because I was a moderator and I hosted gaming events, and I met a friend through Unlocked who's still my friend today.
Nice.
Super close friend actually. getting on that podcast meant a whole lot to me. Like that meant, even though I was like obviously doing my job, I had been promoted a few times. Now I run our guides team. Like that's a very big deal. But when I come to Unlocked, I'm just kind of like, oh my god. The first time I hosted it, I was so nervous, guys. I was so nervous. I was like, this is the show I love so much, and now I'm hosting it.
This is it. This is your moment, girl. It's your moment.
Yeah, it's so,
Terrifying.
Like, I've done so many things, and it's all meant so much to me. But like getting there was just like the smack in the face reminder of like, man, you did it. You did it, girl. You did it.
Preach it. Preach it. Preach it, girl. You did it.
And so I get really worried. It's like, I hope the community likes me. Like, I hope they enjoy me being on. And thankfully, people seem to. And I see all like the very kind messages in chat, by the way. So I really appreciate it. And I think especially growing up as like a woman in gaming, especially as a young girl, you get so much shit. You get so much knowledge, especially in Call of Duty. So, Attic, to your point.
Hold on. I didn't attack anyone in specific about No.
She ain't gonna let that go.
I didn't attack anyone in specific about Call of Duty. I attacked you all as a whole. I don't discriminate.
No, but it's a good point, and
and I believe that luck is a byproduct of hard work. You know, you make your own luck. You know, you can't get lucky if you don't try, if you're not actually putting yourself there. So, you know, luck is a byproduct of hard work. And, you know, the fact that you put in the work, you made your own luck. So
absolutely. I mean, like I said, super love there on Podcast Unlocked. We love the energy, the fun, you know what I'm saying? Always having a good time, always smiling. And then I noticed now you transitioned to the HavokRose channel now. You got stationary streams and other indie chill nights and all type of cool stuff going on. So like what made you now say, okay, you know what, I want to do my own thing too?
So this has been a plan for a very long time to just do streaming on the side, just for fun. For a while at IGN, that was not a thing you were really supposed to do, just because of the whole kind of funny thing. Which I actually came on to IGN. Oh, hi Ari. Hold on, sorry. She's like pawing at me. I came on like right as they were leaving, like just as they had announced that they were doing their own thing. Because essentially they were competing with, you know, IGN, and like at that point, which is a little tough. And so that was always weird. I always shied away from it until a lot of like the turnover and like higher staff happened, and we had people who kind of understood like the value of us having our own outlets for our own creative success and just doing what we wanted. It's like as long as you're not competing directly with IGN,
awesome.
Why not?
That's
Go
awesome.
do your thing.
That's awesome.
So I had always had like I got an Elgato like a year and a half ago, like and not Elgato, sorry, the Stream Deck, the little mini Stream Deck.
Oh, that's
I got one for a while.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stream. Oh, one of the first things I streamed, funny enough, was Destiny.
Woo! Salute. Salute. Let's go.
She made up for the Call of Duty slander thing.
Addict's back.
Not in my book. No.
He fell out with Solve now.
That's okay.
Right.
It's fine.
He's over there.
Oh my god.
Saul's just still upset he lost the bet.
Oh my god. Moving on.
I'm so excited to get to this part. This is gonna be good.
Well, she's ready for that.
Ahead of this, it was fair. You guys are in for a treat, chat.
Okay.
Anyway, so I got into streaming just because I've been home a lot. Like honestly, I get kind of lonely, and it's kind of hard just being here. So I was like, now I actually have
audience now to stream, and that is so much fun. Attic and I do this little thing. Like sometimes we'll play a game because me and Soft is not dependable.
A lot of Saul slander today.
Hey.
He's not dependable.
My god!
No, well, to finish a game with you, he's your friend, but he doesn't.
Oh my god!
So Attic came in and he saved me, right? Because what was that game? It was called.
Don't even remember the game.
The Way Out.
No,
It's so important. It was so important to him.
First, I was gonna say Get Out, and that's a movie. So anyway, and I didn't want to say that, so the chat will roast me.
It's called
A Way Out. And that game was so much fun.
Ways Out.
And I think they should do more games like that, especially if you only can have one copy. I really think EA didn't like that. All right. So, but the game was so much fun, and me and Sovereign made it to this one part, and we never finished it, and it was bothering the hell out of me. So, but I thought the stream did really well, and the fact that you were able to do that, and you bring in people, and they're talking, and you can see the writing stuff, and in the chat, and they're saying like, do this, touch this. So you're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean to say that, like, sometimes I'm in the living room by myself, but I'm playing with my friends, and we're all there. You're not alone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like there's a lot of people that they see like streaming and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, that's easy. Oh, you just talk in a mic." Like, people don't realize like how hard it is to maintain a chat, to maintain your the energy that you're bringing into the actual stream, to maintain if you get any type of support from the community, to maintain new people following that you have to inform them that what's going on because they haven't been here the whole time. It's not an easy thing.
It's real, no, absolutely, and I love, like I said, the diversity of streams and the indie stuff. And I gotta ask you about the stationary stuff. Like, what is that about? How did that whole thing start?
Okay, yeah, so for people who don't know, I have 3 kinds of streams. On Tuesday evenings, I play a game, like just a campaign. Right now, I'm playing Control. I had previously played BioShock 1 and 2 and the DLC. Then I played Alan Wake. And then now I'm on Control, which was one that I actually wanted to stream, but I had to beef up my PC first. So that was like we're building up to it. We'll play the older games first.
That's right.
And so one day when I was streaming, I usually stream Dota on Sundays, and then Thursday nights indie games, because I just like to highlight indie games, like have like a nice little wind down that's really peaceful and just like easy for people who are staying up late or like have insomnia and like maybe just need something chilled to relax with. And so that's what I try to offer on really late Thursday nights. So Sunday was Dota day. The first 10 times I streamed Dota, I was just like raging. And people were like, oh my God, why are you so mad? I was just like, but these idiots they just keep going in and dying, and they're blaming me for it because I'm the support. And I'm like, no, you can't. I'm not gonna follow you in and die. I'm not done.
Now you sound like Addict. Now you sound just like Addict.
I'd rather deal with whatever I've never played on Dota than ever deal with Destiny that's going on right now.
So you getting on your nerves there, like.
Yeah, and so I realized it was really stressful, and it's hard. To Addict's point and to King's point, like keeping a chat and keeping Twitch streaming is like very different. And I think there's a lot of different kinds of streamers, but for me, I like to interact with people. When you play Dota, you can't really interact with people. Like you have to focus on the game. Like if you're not focusing, you're already losing.
And then if you lose, they're going to clown on you for losing in the chat. But then you have to talk to them, and they want you to interact. Man, I don't even want to stream.
I don't see, like, when I'm watching Dota players, the competitive dudes are so focused. And it's like, and they move in like a symphony, but like, because you were saying that you're a support player, right? So when you're support, and these guys is, let's say the tank, he's going in, and then you have the range, and you're the support. So it's like you all have to work in unison. And I can understand if the the idiots, like you said, it's just running in there dying, you're not setting anything up. And I can get it.
The deadliest people in gaming is the people that can maintain that focus and still act social, because I consider them low-key sociopaths. like you know how many times when I used to play like TG card games, like what if I sat next, like I've always been an expert at that. Like I can maintain a perfect focus, but I can interact with my opponent. It's very social, like. So, like, they're not used to that, and they're trying to not be rude. And I'm like, dude, I'm still 100% trying to beat you. Now I've cut your attention half. Like,
That's what's up. Solve real quick.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'll let you finish. No, I'll let you finish. Please finish the Dota.
Oh, sorry, really quickly, sorry.
No.
So quickly, I got, so during the pandemic, one other thing that I really wanted to get into was fountain pens, because I've always wanted fountain pens.
Yes.
But I've never had time for them. There's a lot of research goes on in them, because they're actually kind of hard. They're difficult. I actually have one right here. And so I really wanted one. I was so excited when I got one in that I was like, all right, chat, I gotta show you guys something I'm excited about. I'm gonna take 5 minutes here just to tell you about fountain pens. I just want to tell you because I'm really excited. But people really liked it. People really liked me talking about stationery. I was like,
it's unique. People love it. I've noticed. I've been watching.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, I'm just really excited. People apparently like it when I get really excited. So I was very excited. I love my stationery. I'm so excited. Actually, I have a stream today for stationery at 10:30 my time, so PT. And so that's kind of how that got started, that I tested it and people loved it. People just loved it so much. It was like, Really? You love the thing that I love that's not games?
No,
So
salute.
that's kind of how that got into it. And I swapped it out for Dota because Dota was too stressful to stream. And I was like, I'll just play this with my friends. Just keep it my thing.
They
It's
like
just
that-
my thing.
I feel they like the happy Miranda instead of a raging Miranda. So salute on that, and salute to the fact that it's such a unique thing. You don't really see it, and I gotta salute. I've never seen. It's such a unique lane that you have, and it's cool because you got the passion that people love to do. I just want to have Soft catch up on the super chats real quick because we missed a lot, and then we'll finish off this section.
All right, so we have Hustle and Motivate with the $5 super chat. This is the Lord's Day. Shout out to Miranda. Also, what camera are you using? I'm looking to upgrade. Yeah, Miranda's camera game is very, very crisp.
So yeah, this is one that I got from work as part of just like our work bundle. It's like, well, you have to look nice on camera. I was like, okay, I'll do that. I guess I'll improve my set as well because it's stressful for me. So this is a Sony A6 100, I believe, and you have to actually use an Elgato to connect it because point and shoots don't just connect to your computer. Just Sony.
Okay. Might have to hit up Soft in the budget for that. Continue.
Then we have Echelon 7, The Darkness, with the $5 super chat. Peace to the Lords. Good morning, Miranda. What gory anime would make a great Xbox game franchise? Elfen Lied, Claymores, Berserk, or maybe something else?
Ooh, I believe there's already a Berserk game. So I would say actually a new one that's re-airing, kind of. Higurashi, When They Cry is also known as that. That would be a really great game because I think there's a great... Well, actually, it's technically already a game. It's a visual novel, but I think if they make it more gamified rather than visual novel, I think that could be really interesting.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Then we have J-Dub as a shill, and this one is a little
a little messy.
You might want to plug it.
Has anyone seen J-Dub? I checked his OnlyFans page. I mean, his only PlayStation page, and he wasn't there. Blank for Cerny or Jim Dance Moves Ryan.
Well, I know where J-Dub is. Well, at least I know where his knees are. They're in the box.
Ridiculous.
And I talked to J-Dub yesterday on the phone. He ain't scared of you. He got the smoke.
What else we got, Soft?
Then we have Gerald Mack with the $5 super chat. Shout out to the Eagles fan 76 Xbox Factor podcast. Mr. Boomstick was able to secure Series X from Costco this week. Oh,
Nice.
Yes.
Salute.
As soon as y'all send me that information, I send it straight to him. So
Salute.
because I don't have a Costco's card.
Then we have Tazuichi with the $5 super chat. Sup, Lords. Hello, Lady Miranda. Hope you guys saw them KOs in the UFC. I'll catch the pod later on overnight. I missed everything.
One of the most amazing knockouts I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You got to give a shout out to Tazuichi's mask.
Yes. Shout out.
In the store, and you know we're gonna go over that. We're gonna do a little PSA about masks later when we all have them on our face. So
shout out to Tazuichi watching that neck gator that's on the team shop right now. Team shop's pinned on the top of the top of the thing. Chat. Make sure. I know it's pinned on the top of the chat. Continue.
Then we have Big Cloud Gaming with the $5 super chat. Salute to my family, the Iron Lords. Hit that like button.
Salute, Big Cloud, PlayStation's finest.
Then we have Michael, aka Bed-Stuys Finest, with the $5 super chat. Off topic, shout out to Arnold Schwarzenegger for being the most used character for DLC content this year. Gears 5 MK11 Predator game and WWE.
Salute. Salute to my boy Bontis real quick. He's a shout out today. This amazing crew. Glad you all got to chat with the amazing Miranda. No drama today, I'm sure. You're right. You know there's drama today. Continue with the super chat.
Everybody's waiting.
Continue with the chat.
Then we have JD Gamer with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Miranda and the ILP for hard work and making your own luck.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
And we have JW as a shill once again with the $5 super chat. King. Christopher Delusional Heart believes PS will have 4,000 back-compat optimized PS4 games that launch with the PS4 Pro. PS4 Pro Plus. Bartender, I'll have what he's having.
I love the pettiness.
The petty. They're so petty today.
Speaking of petty, gentlemen in the chat.
Yes.
Behave. Please.
Yes, please.
They're trying to get
no
me
need
started.
for personal attacks.
Yeah, once you get personal.
Do not attack anybody personally over,
I'll snipe you.
That's right. Off with your head. It's off with your head.
No plastic fighting. Cut it out.
Exactly. So what else we got, Saul?
That's that.
We caught up?
Yep.
All right, good.
All
Let's
right,
go.
cool. So let's go. For final thing, I wanted to ask Miranda in reference to one thing I like that you really do and you get ahead of is these charitable streams that you do. It's almost like a monthly thing, which is really cool. And then also your diligence with Latinos in the community, the gaming community. You know, I thought that was really cool that you always find yourself involved with that. So like, why are both of those things so important to you?
So, being a Latina and growing up with games, I did not see a lot of people who look like me in games, like in games or in the gaming scene.
Preach.
Like a lot of men, a lot of white men.
Preach.
And you know, it is what it is. And I was just like, I want to change that. Like, I want to help change that. And like when I saw Morgan Webb on G4, I was just like, oh my god, a woman. Like, and it just meant so much to me to have somebody in that space. And so, for me, what's really important, especially now that I'm a manager and I can like give people work, like it's really important for me to be a champion of like diversity and equity and making sure that people get into this space when they don't necessarily have the encouragement or the opportunity to. And I will like always go out of my way to try to make that a thing. One of the things I'm most proud of is I think the guides team is one of the most diverse teams at IGN.
Awesome.
And it's just something that you have to work at, right? And I think people are like, well, people aren't applying or whatever. It's like, you're just that's not how this works. Like, that's not how you make space for people. You don't just say, well, you have to put in the work. It's like, you also have to put in the work to make something different. Not everyone's going to be like me, who will just like shove everything out of the way to make it happen. And that's no one should be expected to do that either. That's just who I am.
Right.
That's not fair to expect of anybody else. And that's really important to me. And as far as the charity stuff goes, so for my streams, I really encourage people to, instead of subbing to me if they want to, that's very kind of them, and I'm just unendingly grateful to them for that. But I always try to champion instead a charity of the month. So I try to change up every month. This one I'm starting a little late because I haven't had time to do the research. It's really important to me to find a cause that I want to champion for the month. And so I do that because like I'm in a good place. Like I'm very fortunate to still have my job. I'm very fortunate to be an executive editor and make the money that I do, and I can like afford myself, and I'm comfortable. And so it's like I don't necessarily. I'm not doing Twitch to make money. I'm doing Twitch because it's a hobby, because I enjoy it, because I enjoy interacting with the community and like maybe making some people smile and catching up on games together with people that maybe they haven't played in the past. So instead I'm just like, hey, like you don't have to give me money. Instead, maybe if you were going to give me money, maybe you could give it to this charity instead.
That's awesome.
And that's what I try to do, because I know a lot of people do try to instead stream for a living, and like that's really important. It's like maybe give your friends something to them instead and maybe enjoy their work. But you know, I don't want to be ungrateful again. Like if people do want to support me, like I try to do my best to be as grateful to it. It's like a hard line to walk, I guess. Because I don't want to be dismissive or ungrateful, but like, don't give me money. But, you know, it helps me get more stationery for the stationery streams, and it helps me improve my setup. And and I do appreciate that people. It's like, well, we want to pay you for your time. It's like, that's really nice of you.
No, that's
but
awesome.
Also, it's like I'd like to bring like attention to other things, and like even if like they don't donate to the charity, I like to make them aware of the issues that are happening. Because like as much as we do love games, as much as we do deserve a break from everything that's happening in the world, we can't forget.
Absolutely.
Like you can't just turn that off. Like you can kind of, but you need to remember what's happening, because it's not fair to everyone else if you just say, I don't want to have any part of that. I'm just gonna escape forever.
Absolutely.
So
Look,
you can still have a break while being mindful.
Absolutely well said. And like I said, appreciate your humbleness with that, especially the position you're in, and that you're still willing to help and contribute with these things. And I want to shout out got a couple Latinos in the chat that was giving some love. You know what I'm saying? But equal, I stand up. I see you. I see Sinister. I see Kai Basu. They love when you said that as far as Latinos in gaming. And like you said, you know, just you championing diversity with what you control is pretty awesome too.
When Ryan was on, we were, you know, and he spoke very candidly about the fact that it's something that when it's something you're not faced with in your day-to-day life, it's very, very easy to sort of not acknowledge that it's there because it doesn't affect you. And it's in some instances, it's fair. It's a fair argument to make that it's not a part of my daily life. I don't know what that is. I don't see it. But again, in the position that both of you guys are in, the fact that you're overtly making sure that you address this is amazing to me, because again, when a lot of things started happening in the world months ago, a lot of people came out in support saying this, that, and the next, but the action wasn't there. The action wasn't there, and to this day, it's not there. And that's not what you guys did.
Right.
Immediately, you guys made sure that you took a stance on it, and you made sure you continued to support that. So always grateful to see that. Like I was it last week or the week before, you guys had Pikachulita on there, so it was it's fantastic to see, and I really appreciate that you guys are continuing to do this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and just the biggest props to Ryan for that too, because he's been really making sure to lead the charge on that and keeping up with it and making sure we do highlight voices in the community that are fantastic. And so like I was very happy because I personally invited Pikachulita on because I really like her streams, and I was just like, oh, I'm so excited to have you on. So so yeah, I don't know, it's always been important to me, and I'm very glad to see more people give that a heavier weight and listen.
Absolutely. It's cool to see you guys get ahead of that. So I gotta ask the question that I ask all the guests in the realm. Hot seat time for Miranda. I need Lady Miranda's top 5 video games or franchises of all time.
Okay, easy. Number 1 is Undertale.
First.
Undertale, far and away my favorite. The rest are kind of a jumble, and I always have a hard time. So the rest are not numbered.
Okay.
So there is Dota 2. If I did not say 2,
it was gonna be a problem if you ain't say Dota 2.
Mass Effect is one of my favorites.
Woo! Wait, hold on. Can I narrow you down? Because that's an acceptable answer. No, we're not doing that.
You gave her the option for franchise.
No, I did. I just need to ask if, just got in her head, which out of the trilogy or afterwards, was your favorite? Just out of that. Just have to ask.
Mass Effect 3.
Oh, 3!
Yeah, I love 3. I love it so much.
Even with the ending controversy?
Yeah, I mean, it's a controversy because people made it a controversy.
I didn't have a problem with it. And
No, I
was
didn't.
like, why is everybody going crazy? And then they had to go back and fix it. Like, what the hell?
Salute. Okay, Mass Effect 3, I got you. And we need 2 more. 2 more in the top 5 games.
Ooh, this is really hard because you're getting to the hard parts. Probably Sims 3. Sims 3 is a really big one for me. The final one, which makes it in the top 5. It's tough because I feel like I'm going to say something and then say something like, oh, I should have said this other one instead.
When you come back, you can always correct that.
I mean, there would be a problem if Halo doesn't show up.
Oh, King with the influence.
I was gonna say because I'm kind of torn between like Halo and BioShock right now, but I think Halo is a lot higher than that. And it's also
King leading the witness.
No, well, you know why? The only reason why I said that is because when she got a chance to play Halo, and GoldenEye was first, but when she got a chance to play Halo, she said that she realized that she was really good at first-person shooters. So I paid attention. And I mean, GoldenEye did come first, but Halo kind of
sounds very prophet of Xbox talk with us.
I got to go with her on Halo.
Miranda, is that your final answer?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, and final question.
What I want you to put in your notes, Cognito, is when you say Halo, I want you to put in parentheses right beside it, King Force ?
King pulled the Debo.
Yeah, that King influenced. And
I just paid close attention, and that's it. I just reminded her kindly that Halo was hello.
Hilarious.
She's playing Halo 2 right now with her friend. Again, Halo is prevalent.
Oh my god!
I think Halo 1's the game I've played the most. Like the campaign I've played the most times. Like I've introduced so many people to Halo. I was like, my friend who does not play video games, they're gonna play Halo, even though I'm gonna hate it because they're gonna keep coming behind me and killing me, and I don't understand why because I'm just trying to get you through this game. But
nice. Salute. Great top 5. And final question: favorite console of all time, past and present, and why?
Oh man, that is hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate this question. Probably the Xbox 360.
360. And why?
And look, King. You notice she came up with the 360 without you creating.
Oh no! I didn't say anything at all. I was just there watching.
So why the 360, Miranda?
So the 360 for me was just like kind of my biggest foray into games as far as like really deep diving. That was the time in high school where I'd play with my friends. I remember falling asleep with the 360 controller in my hand at one point. I think I was playing Fable.
Oh God! Now I gotta hear
There's
Addict's
so many
mouth.
memories.
He
Yeah, it was
loves
like-
Fable.
It was just such a it was just such a big time for me to really get into games beyond just playing a little bit more casually. And I guess I never really played casually. It's just I had access to more games at that time. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. Awesome list. Awesome history. Man, we could talk for hours with this. Is tremendous. We got to get into these topics. But before we do that, Saul, I just want to catch up with any super chats.
Yeah.
And
We have the Wise Old Gamer with the $2 super chat. Miranda, do you like TWSBI pens?
just be eco. Yes, I do. Actually, just one.
I'm like, I don't know what that is.
I didn't know what that was. I'm glad she explained it. Continue.
They found pens. I
It's
saw
crazy.
that.
She knew exactly what he was talking about. And look at her clapping her hands.
You know what it is?
The excitement is just.
Yeah, I love it. I love the
That's the
passion.
reason why the stationary
Very
thing
stream.
goes well, because the passion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you
Passion
somebody
and knowledge.
wants to know now, because you're like, why is she so excited? I want to know why she's so excited.
Yep.
Like, so I can get it.
Salute.
See, they drained me out of my passion. I say
Oh.
anything I like, they attack me over it.
Oh,
I say I
stop.
like Kingdom Hearts, they attack me over it. I like Fable, they attack
He
me.
literally does the same thing to other people. He
Everyone.
attacked everyone. Oh, I can't believe you like that nonsense. That nonsense.
No,
Yeah,
don't
that,
let them
he
lie.
being
Don't
nice
let
in
them
front of
lie.
company. Don't let the smile fool
Don't
you.
let them lie
Don't
to
let
you.
the smile fool you, Miranda. This man is on his best behavior for you.
All right. We have Stitch with the $5 super chat. J-Dub is busy doing an addition to fit the PS5.
Oh my God.
Thanks to Miranda for showing support to the ILP. How long before you get that Cyberpunk Wiki guide? Oh man, I don't envy you and the team.
Yeah,
When
that's gonna be a
this
lot.
is gonna be work.
I'm formulating a plan. I think one of the only reasons they let me be one of the 2 people to preview it on our team was because they knew I needed the time to figure out how many people we're going to have on that guide, because it's going to be insane.
Massive.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Okay, then we have Eagles fan 76 with the $10 super chat. Shout out to everyone. I never thought I would get so many thanks. So many thanks. So happy for everyone that was able to get a pre-order, no matter what console of choice. Can't wait till launch. Launch week, 29 days to go. Yeah, we are
Oh, yeah.
Man, I still ain't been able to get a pre-order.
in the end game. Then we have Gerald Mack with the $5 super chat. Miranda Sanchez, Game Angel.
Aw. Aw.
Then we have Regulator with the $2 super chat. Miranda, where's Outer Wilds in that top 5?
Man, I was juggling so many games that top 5. I was like, man, if you give me a top 10, then you have just a solid list. But top 5,
It's tough.
Yeah.
Outer Worlds is a good game, but like it's
Outer
just
Wilds.
one.
He said
it's
wilds.
just
He
one.
said wilds.
Wild.
Wild.
Miranda, the rest of this podcast, except for me, a bunch of frauds when it comes to Outer Wilds.
Bunch of frauds.
Yeah, he is the Outer Wilds.
Acting like
guy.
I'm the one being messy. Okay.
Yeah. He is, yeah,
There you go, King. There you go. Do that in
I
front of
definitely-
Oh, fraud alert!
I definitely had to tell Sovereign this. I told you I thought it was Outer Worlds, right? So I ran and I downloaded, and I'm like, oh, okay, Game Pass, we're on, baby. And then I said, what the hell is this? This is not what the trailer that I saw. So I ran back and watched the trailer again. I said, this is nothing like what I thought. So to the podcast, and Sovereign wanted to clown me and said, it says Outer Worlds, not Outer Wilds, fool. So
But since then, he has refused to play it.
I'm not gonna lie. Outer Wilds, I tried to play it I think 3 times,
No.
and it just has such a learning curve that I'm like, nah, I ain't
really?
investing. Not
yeah,
investing.
I was
Is that
upset trying to.
She's like, oh, really? It was easy for me.
Oh, because you're a Battlefield person? Is it like a correlation?
Oh!
Oh my
Shots
God.
fired! Get him!
Don't you love?
Get him, Miranda! Get him!
Don't you love how she's throwing out this
No,
smoke? And I
she-
never even said I like Battlefield. Like,
Get the smoke.
Never went at her.
just with the assumption, man, she's one of those assumers. That's
Oh my God, Miranda! You shot your shot at him. That's good. We appreciate that.
Exactly. This is how we do. Oh, we thought you weren't ready for this.
No,
smoke.
she's about to smoke.
Then
So,
we We have Shizno Elite with the $5 super chat. Awesome to see Miranda. I'm a huge fan. IOP, thank you for putting on great shows like you do. I try my best not to miss any. Thank you so
appreciate
much.
you, brother. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
And then we have, hold on, because I did get jumped. We have Eagles fan next. Is that it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Eagles fan 76 with the $5 super chat. Is anyone else having problems playing games right now? I bought more games, and I don't want to play them until Series X. Also, didn't play Ghost till PS5. Yeah, I'm officially
I'm in that. Yeah.
I stopped my Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm like, once because I saw what they said about certain games, and I'm cool with it, you know. But I was just hopeful for certain things to happen. But yeah, me too. I feel the same way. I'm in my backlog, so I'm playing a lot of Neon Abyss. I'm so addicted to that damn game.
Yeah, it's like the third time I've heard about that game. I really need to download it.
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything because I still haven't actually played Squadrons.
Right.
Is the update sort of smart delivery, or is it another SKU? Because
I don't know.
I heard
We talking about that Star Wars Squadron?
Yeah, the Star Wars game. But it's really intricate.
I don't know.
It's really intricate.
I'm not into the know about that.
Yeah, Thor told me it's not your old school like shoot. It's really intricate. It's different.
It is. From what I heard, it's kind of that middle ground. It gives you all of that stuff from the old games, like the X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, but it simplifies it to a certain extent. But still, like, you have to have knowledge of that stuff about, you know, putting all your shields to the back and stuff like that, and thrusters.
Yeah,
and
hold on one second. Shout out to Lord G, my man from lordsgaming.net. Scribe of the month, by the way. Scribe of the month. Had to hit you with that right quick. Hit you with that scribe. But yeah, real quick. He said no news on Squadrons, and then he says review is going up on Tuesday, Wednesday. Lordsgaming.net. All right, Gene.
Every night, or Gene.
You know what I'm saying? I see you, brother.
Working hard. Okay, so we have one more super chat from Hot Grits 910.
Love the name.
$5 super chat. What I really dig is all of the gaming outlets, big or small, showing love to everyone since the pandemic. Will it stop once we get back to normalcy? I hope not. I don't think it will.
Let me tell you about that word normalcy.
Yeah,
there is no more normal.
Yeah,
and once you accept the fact that this is the new normal, then you can move forward. Because if you keep waiting for that to go back, it's not. There's a lot of things that have been lost. People's lives has been lost. People's jobs has been lost. You had to change different positions and grow in a different manner. So normalcy. This is the new normal. You have
at this point, the only thing we can hope for is adjust.
Adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, adjust. That's it.
All right, cool. So we got to move on. I gotta. Have we caught up, Solve? We all
Yeah,
caught
we
up, right?
caught up.
Now I gotta ask, Lady Miranda, because I know what time is it. How much time do we have left with you? Or if you do have to run, we understand. But I'm not trying to throw you out. We're just trying to respect for your time.
Yeah, I have.
Well, I say this. It's not acceptable. I give this exact speed.
No, but I
It's not
prefaced
acceptable.
it.
I have about 45 minutes left.
Okay. Oh, we
time.
rocking.
Smoke. She wants to smoke.
She smoked the smoke. She wants to smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I went ahead and like asked for it to start earlier was just so that I have plenty of time with you guys.
Oh, okay, awesome. No,
Okay.
we really appreciate it. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, so let me get a Gaming Addict right quick with the file. I mean, Gaming Forte, excuse me, with the $5 super chat. He says,
Addict giving us money.
Is that he said addict in the chat and it threw me off. He said, wow, did
Let me read. I got a hand.
All right, go ahead.
So he got a $5 super chat from Gaming Forte. Wow, did Addict just get bodied by the gas? Great. As always. Look, regardless what Miranda said, what she didn't say, all I know is you're gonna be showing my YouTube channel all next month on your channel. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what she said. It's gonna matter what I said.
That's right. You guys have a bet.
You have a bet,
right?
yeah.
Content bet.
Shout out to Wilby being messy. He said Addict was hoping she leaves early now. Yo, shout out to Wilby Hood, man. He's
I
so
gained
messy.
points with Kingdom Hearts and they just plummeted after that.
It started so well.
Call of Duty was like the cut the cord thing.
So look, there's no poll last week question. We'll get a new poll question at the end, but we gotta jump into these topics, y'all. So
we might as well do the smoke first.
Yeah, let's get right to it. You know, obviously we have the PlayStation 5 Teardown, which was announced. We had a lot of information there. And then there was controversy because the PlayStation back compat news was released. And looks like they're going to be up to like 4,000 games, 4,000 plus games. PS4 games are playable on PlayStation 5 consoles. Select PS4 games will have the benefit of game boost and other functionalities. Now, there were 10 games, I believe, on the list that will be listed as PlayStation 4 only games. And those will not be playable on the PlayStation 5. They also talked about save data transferring. Most games will support the feature if you have the PS Plus service. If you do not, there is a Wi-Fi method. And this was a surprise.
Very complicated.
This was a surprise.
It sounds like it's there if you want to try to go through the steps. It's like the teardown. When you saw the actual teardown, it was like they had the head of engineering teardown. And I understand why they didn't give it to Austin Evans or Digital Foundry.
Let's go to the teardown first, because the teardown was funny.
Oh, so we're gonna do the teardown first. Okay. Okay, so we're not going to smoke yet.
Agree on the teardown. That's why.
So let's start with Miranda on the teardown. Obviously, the PlayStation 5 finally, from a technical standpoint, unveiled, taken apart. What was your thoughts, Lady Miranda, on this teardown?
It's a very tall system. That was my biggest takeaway. I was just like, oh my God, where am I going to put that? Oh, man. I mean,
it can go right there where Morty is. Where Morty, can it go back there?
Yeah. Oh,
You can put it on the cat scratch stand? What?
As big as that machine is, she's going to have to put it where that skeleton is.
This is Lorelai, by the way. I didn't properly introduce her.
Oh, salute, Lorelai.
So I think I might have to put it.
That's low-key Ash Ketchum. He's been dead for a while.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this Pikachu screaming. I can't really see it in here. I'm really scared. I'll hold it to the camera. Hold on.
All right, let me do this. Let me put the focus on Miranda.
But also, while all of this talk of you, while I'm focus.
There you go. You focus good. Nice.
Yeah. So while I'm talking, I don't know where I'm gonna fit my. I really don't. So I saved up. I saved up for a long time, and I got an OLED. Because I was like, I hadn't gone to 4K yet. I've been rocking a normal HD for a very long time.
It wasn't no TLC, was it?
TCL?
No. I got a LG. I got the C9.
Oh, you got the C9.
After Ryan.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Salute.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't say the curse words.
TCL. There's gets a lot of slander here in the chat, but continue.
I was like, if I'm gonna upgrade my TV, this thing is gonna last me probably another like 6 to 7 to 10 years. Who knows? Probably. I hope for at least that long. And so it's like I might as well just spend the money and save up for it and like really invest in something that's gonna last me a long time and look the best.
Yes.
So so I think maybe I can fit it behind there.
Mm-hmm.
Behind it. That's crazy. We have to sit here and really debate where we're putting a console.
Listen, I got my measuring tape out. Okay, where's this big boy going?
So overall, the impressions, Miranda, like, were you happy they finally did this? Were you indifferent? Like, where did you stand once the information was revealed?
It's good to like get that full view of the console. I think that's the thing that I really wanted is like, let me see the back of the PS5. Let me see like, can you move the stand? I showed you how you can unscrew it pretty easily, which is, it's all fine. I don't know, like these teardowns I don't think are really for me. I'm not the most tech savvy person. Like I built a PC, but I only built it because I had a friend telling me what to do.
Right.
So I'm kind of like, oh wow, look at all these small parts. I really hope no one scratches them. It's very terrifying. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, wow, that's a big fan. Glad that they're gonna keep it cool. Cool. That's kind of me. Like we have tech people. I am not one of the tech people.
I feel you. So this wasn't on your top list as far as things you really cared about. Okay.
She just one of those people where she just puts it together and doesn't question why she's doing it. Okay, this goes here. All right, what's next?
Is the number on this one the right number? Like, is it the high enough number for what I want to do? Yeah.
She gonna have the color codes, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let me get the 3080. What's the memory you said we need?
Yeah, like I understand some of it, but I just don't have. It's like I could take the time to learn more. Am I? No.
Fair.
I have Dota to play. I have other things to do. I have to play with. I don't know. I gotta write some stuff.
Fair.
So you guys pick your battles, right?
Fair.
And
Yeah, that's
so
right.
I totally agree. It was really nice at least having Digital Foundry to break down the first one because they got to tell me why these things were important, and especially Austin as well. Like you said, like here's what this is and this is why it works this way. I was like, that's helpful to me.
Yes,
that's
I
what I want to know.
I agree.
So.
I agree.
What it is those people are experts at explaining, tech to non-tech people.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's get you at Act, man. Got the teardown. Did you watch anything stand out for you?
Oh, okay. I didn't care about the teardown. I thought the teardown looked fine. I know a lot of people are clowning on the position that you put the mount in, where you have to like unscrew it.
Screwgate.
It's got like its own little cubby apparently. Like I didn't care nothing about that because for the most part I think I'm gonna put it on its side. I ain't gonna lie to you like that. Like to me, that PlayStation is probably just as tall as my rig, and I'm just like, do I really want to have something like that risk getting knocked over? Because if that gets knocked over, it's done. It's over.
If that gets knocked over, Zachary in trouble. I fear for Zach's life. Your brother.
I just don't like the thing. I don't even have an analogy of what it looks like because I don't know. Like it's literally a one of a kind on its design. Now there's nothing wrong with it. I do want to point out.
Router I got upstairs.
I do want to point out.
Yes.
So, let me host my mic here.
Hold on.
All you haters that were telling me that this thing wasn't as tall as I claimed. LordCognito, how many times did I say this thing's huge? This thing's tall.
You said it.
And how many times did people quote tweet my tweet and say he's a clown? He don't know what he's talking about.
That is true.
I want you all to take this L. All of it. Because this thing is just as tall as I claimed.
Addict's onto something.
It's Spawn Wave ratted you guys out months ago.
Yes.
But no one wanted to believe that. So we can't go off of USB ports and disk trays. When has any of that ever changed? Like it never changes. A USB port's gonna be the same size next year it is last year. And a disk drive is gonna be the same size next year as last year. I'm done rating. No, people really attacked me over this, like all the time.
Fair enough. Now we definitely see that the size. It's big boy. It's big boy. So
I've always said the PS5 is like 30% taller than the Xbox Series X. Well, that's not true. I'm gonna have to see it in person. Then more and more pictures keep getting leaked, and they're like, I gotta see it in person. And then more and more.
The funny thing, Addict, I go for the funny thing was when I think someone said it. It was like, well, maybe the guy that's showing it, he's small, and then
you know what's crazy? Like he was at like some white desk, something like that, and like the console was bigger than his torso.
You're out of control. Moving along, Lord Sav, your feelings on the teardown, sir?
Oh my God. It's just, I still don't understand the design aesthetic of it. Like Addict was saying, like I'm worried that even on its side, it's not gonna fit in my. It'll be on some diagonal, like hanging out like this. So it's just weird. And then when you look at the Series X and how they choose to dissipate heat, right? You have this gigantic space that the heat is able to be pushed out of. I understand the angle, sort of like kind of gathering all the heat in one place and pushing it out, but I don't know. It just doesn't see. It seems like it doesn't need to be that angular. Like that was purely a design choice that didn't have to do with heat, right?
To me, I'm still on that mindset that the design of it was rushed. I'm still on that mindset because this is not an average looking console. It feels like we had to have this out in 6 months console. Like,
oh my God.
When you look at it, like the thing is just as tall as the Empire State Building. And what the crazy part about it is it's weaker than its competition, and the competition is smaller, which is crazy in itself. And, you know what? I'm gonna club. That's what I'm gonna do to you.
It's in the camera. Wow.
So yeah, I mean, to me, just that I don't get it, but whatever. Besides that, once they broke it down, I the whole screwing in the stand thing, whatever, it doesn't bother me. Like it's $500. I don't want that to fall over and break. So if they need that, whatever, it's fine.
That's a big controversy.
PS5 is gonna need its own wall mount. That's what's gonna happen.
It's funny. That's what I heard on another podcast. It's like, wait a minute, I think there's a wall mount for it. How about you mounting
it's gonna have like a claw, and you attach it to your wall.
Hang it up.
Now savage.
So besides that, I just what was weird though, it was the fact that they did it in Japan, right? Because it just seems like the Western markets are the market for this now.
Right.
So it was kind of a throwback to see something like that from Japan, where it's like we see it first in Japan and not over here.
Right.
But it was still very weird because it was a very sterile environment. Like it was
controlled.
It's super controlled and
it was definitely controlled.
super weird and sterile. And it's just like, I don't know. Like it goes back to what we've been talking about for the longest time, where Xbox has continued to go into this direction where the faces of Xbox are personalities, and then PlayStation has gone away from that. And there's just really, the messaging is very sterile. It's very, here it is and that's it. And you don't have a face in front of it anymore. And
did anyone, besides Miranda, because she probably has more of understanding going on, did anyone even know who that individual that took it apart was?
Yes.
I think he was the lead engineer.
I'm like, what is his name? Like,
he's the head engineer of the PlayStation 5. He's the reason why it's like that. And I'm going into after Sovereign.
So he's the person I got to blame when I break this PS5 on accident. Okay.
Yeah. Continue, Sav.
So beyond that, I sort of like the fact that the side panels come off, because I can get black panels now and put that other stuff in the bushes. So besides that, I'm just glad they did it. Finally, I wish they had given it to Digital Foundry, and I'm sure that's coming maybe a week or two before launch.
Nope.
King doesn't agree. But
I don't think it's going to Digital Foundry either.
At this
for some reason, I feel like what's going on now should have been done 3 months ago if Digital Foundry was going to get their hands on it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're almost like a month away from the console.
Yeah,
Shout
out to John Linneman, who we've had on the show from Digital Foundry. I asked him if he was getting it. He was just like, no, he hasn't gotten it yet. So I don't think Digital Foundry is getting it at this point. But so that was your
assessment. Like the last week.
No
They're
doubt.
going to have to purchase their own.
No doubt. So that was his
that was it. Let me get these super chats real quick before we go to King. Okay, we have Gamer by Choice with the $5 super chat. Great show. Miranda's excitement about gaming is amazing. I love seeing such passion about gaming.
Aww.
And then we have Eagles fan 76 with the $2 super chat. Panel, what is the first game you pop in on the 10 teraflops?
You got to throw the teraflops on it, like.
Oh no, excuse me. No, I'm sorry. The 10th. Sorry, that was not smoke. Sorry.
Okay. I'm like, dang. Why can't I just enjoy the console?
I'm probably playing Valhalla first. I'll throw that on.
We're talking about the Series X.
We're talking about Series X on PlayStation 5.
I'm playing.
All you know is Destiny for me.
It's Destiny. Nothing else exists but
Yawn Light for free $99 in Game Pass. Let's go.
And then I'm so happy that the moment that Series X comes out, I can turn my back on PC gaming forever.
Wow.
Savage.
I've had it with PC gaming. But people say, people make podcasts all the time ranting for about 10 minutes on how the cheating is, but it's just in my head.
It's all good.
Then we got Jonathan B with the $5 super chat. Addict got mind control over Debo. Miranda says, shut up.
Oh my
Lord.
He'll be quiet when she leaves. He'll be talking again. That's a Smokey line. That's Smokey said that.
I don't like this energy. And I'm gonna start timing people out.
Then we have Stitch with the $5 super chat. I am glad my car can drive itself. I'm crying over here. Leave the trucker alone. Where is Mario? He don't want any smoke.
Where's Mario, King?
Is there inside the glass cabinet.
Oh, wow. What happened?
You didn't see him?
Yeah, but
I didn't ask about Zelda.
And Mario was pulling an Annabelle, like he had to lock him up.
You really go out and buy Zelda to play Where's Waldo for the next
Zelda that's over there in the corner as well?
Oh, no. Now we doing Where is Link. Okay.
Notice that's not the Skyward Sword. Look.
Savage.
We have two of my favorite names ever.
Oh, Lord.
We have Wilbo Gaggins with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Game Pass for putting Kingdom Hearts on the service. I hated it, but that's okay because I didn't pay for it. Wow. Then we have
those first couple Kingdom Hearts gonna be rough on you, man.
Yeah, they'll be rough. Then we have Safe Space Invader.
Wow. These names.
You can hide behind it. I think he's talking about the PS5.
PS5.
I didn't.
I think we're caught up. No, we have more.
Yeah, more rain and 4K.
Yeah.
We have Smitty Smith
Oh,
with the
the phone.
$5 super chat.
Mhm.
By controlled environment, do you mean held for ransom? Yeah, he did look like someone was behind him with a weapon.
Mhm.
Then we have Jean-Marc Louis with the $2 super chat. Gotta call Geek Squad to put in an SSD.
Savage. Savage.
Then we have Rain G4 with the $2 super chat. PS5 will have the flux capacitor.
Oh my God, the Back to the Future reference.
Let me get
Yeah.
Forte. Let me get Forte.
You see that heat sink? That heat sink is kind of
Crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
We got a $5 super chat from Gaming Forte, aka the loser of this bet. He said, "Here at GameStop, service is the most important part of our interaction. If you sign up for our Pro card, I'll give you $5 off your screwdriver today."
You are
Man,
messy.
he's really in there with that pitch, man. Go reach out to him.
We are caught up.
We are
We're
caught
getting
up. So, Lord King, man, PlayStation 5 Teardown. Did you watch it? And your thoughts, sir? He's smiling very big right now.
Well, the fact that Sony themselves send me an extra screw, I lose the one that I do get.
Oh my God.
It's absolutely amazing.
Mhm.
Right? There was so many. They said so much without saying anything. Right.
Mhm.
The fact when you looked in the room, it was just him and a table.
Mhm.
Now, when he announced who he was, that was very telling to me.
Mhm.
Because I knew it was going to be as elaborate as it panned out to be.
Mhm.
When you have the master designer
Mhm.
doing the teardown, that means it was very intricate and he knows the system in and out because he put it together. So when he snapped off the sides, when he's flipped it on the side and he, hit the screw, I'm happy that they do, give it to you for free to stand for free. Normally Sony would have charged you before in the past, but I think they know it's necessary for this console and they don't want to run the risk of somebody getting the console without getting a stand and it falling over and catching fire and tearing it down.
Oh my God.
Right? Because I'm gonna tell you right now,
It's very graphic, sir.
if that heat sink or that fan fails, you're in trouble because it looks robust.
So are you implying it's a health hazard?
Well, these new systems are like PCs. They are basically PCs. Do you see how big
My PC has never caught on fire, sir.
Well, your PC cabinet is large. They're still trying to keep a form factor and get it into your living room. They're still trying to be part of the living room ecosystem. The PC doesn't care to be part of your living room ecosystem. So that's why you have giant cabinets where they have airflow going in and out. And you can look inside. I'm looking inside my PC right now. There's no connections. They're not touching each other. The air can flow through. I thought the design was genius, right? And I'm going to always say that it's going to be a large. We already knew it anyway, so let's stop acting shocked. What did shock me was when he laid it out all on the table. I said, okay, the Slim Pro that they're going to come out with is going to be a whole lot smaller. The box can shrink. Right. And once they understand how the heat works or where they can position different fans and stuff like that, the box will get smaller. It won't be the same exact robust size. It reminds me of the George Foreman PlayStation grill.
Oh, the PS3, yeah.
So it reminded me of it, and it had all the stuff there. So I was happy that happened. But at the same time, I'm not optimistic that they will launch on the 12th.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
All right, hold on. Are you like extremely?
No, he's dying on this sword. He's dying on this sword.
Why? I mean, listen, if they launch on the 12th, good. I got 4 coming. I don't care. But I don't believe they're going to launch on the 12th because I see the Xbox in everyone's hands. I've seen this PlayStation in one guy's hands. And if he's the lead designer, is that the prototype that you got there?
Are you implying that no third party has it and that
No.
it's
not even when they had the YouTubers playing it, it was on a table. The wires were not to be seen. It went down into the table. It could have went into a PC for all we know.
Oh my God.
and and the television was there, and they played a couple of games. I'm just saying this, right?
Hold on. I gotta shout out Gene from North. He super chatted you time. He super chatted time.
I know, Gene, you don't want to hear it.
Yo, shout out to Gene. That was perfect.
The good thing about it, Gene, is we don't have to listen to you. Keep going, King. Keep this slander going.
It's not even slander. It's just, listen, be prepared. That's all I'm saying. I'm happy they did the teardown. I would have loved for them to give it to a third party, but I see how intricate it is. They could never give it to a third party to tell them to tear it down because they will never put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
The crazy part about it, King, is I was looking at the influencers that they gave it to, the Japanese influencers. Like, a few of them were like vlog channels. Like, they weren't even gaming channels. They had some gaming sprinkled, but I'm just like, I'm just sitting here looking at like, look, I respect them for being 100% with their country, making sure they get it. But I'm just thinking like, the North America market is important to you because you're launching side by side with them. Right. So it's like, why didn't no one over here get a look at that console?
I don't think they have working units.
Oh my god! Here we go. Here we go. Miranda's just smiling, laughing. She didn't know what she was getting into.
She's like, I have one in my house now.
She's saying, you know what? That's crazy because I didn't see one at IGN yet. Right now, unless you see it in the wild, there's not even nobody. You know how these leakers.
So when we start seeing this in the wild, what's the damage control then? What's the goalpost move?
That's all I see is the control. I see the controller in everybody's house. Everybody has that. What's that? What's that? He has it. Travis Scott has the controller. So
Travis Scott
it's all over the place. I just haven't seen anybody walk around with the chest size console. Like, if you put it in front of him, he just had his head. He looked like the Lego man, and his hands were sticking out.
Oh my god!
Wow, a huge console. But I'm going to have it. But I love the design. Trust me. If you wanted me to pick the design over the X or that, I love
you like the design.
It's just huge as hell.
It's big. That's all. Soft super chats and I'll go.
Yeah, we have JW as a show with the $5 super chat.
I love that name.
Looks like Microsoft's engineers once again far exceeds and outshine the Oompa Loompas. I mean the Sony engineers.
Wow.
Wow.
Being very messy today.
Very messy.
Dragonheart with the $5 super chat. Peace, love, life to the Lords. Love your work, guys. And is that Miranda? The universe has blessed us all. Stay safe, everyone.
Say hi, Miranda. They don't believe it. Continue.
Then we have Emmanuel with the $3 super chat. Respectfully, I love you, Miranda. R.I.P. the PS5. What the
hell? What? What's going on here?
What's going on here? Yeah. Then we have
he's R.I.P. in his future PlayStation that blew up.
Oh my god.
Then we have Jean-Marc Louis with the $2 super chat. The T1000 was liquid metal. We all know what happened. Yo,
that's funny.
That's what I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Why do you just call it liquid metal? Like metals have names. Like, give it what metal are you using? It's just like this.
It's like that's still in the the research and development. They don't even know the name yet.
Y'all ridiculous.
Yeah, like it's just like, really, you're gonna call it liquid metal? Like,
you know what else solved that unit that we saw? That liquid metal was in the box 2 seconds.
Ridiculous. What else you got?
We have a Boogeyman with the $10 super chat. Sorry, I'm late, but I had to put my son down for a nap. I've dropped my like and will listen on replay. Don't want to miss King getting in on Sony and their dirty double dip.
Savage.
Then we have Family Optimus Code with the $5 super chat.
Family no more.
Why you not family no more? Because he said something you don't like.
Code is IOP approved. Don't listen to
good. What's up, Code?
What's all this PS5 slander? I thought this was a PlayStation-centric show. Play has no limits.
Play has no limits.
Play absolutely does have limits, and it's limited to 10 teraflops.
Oh, damn!
So please sit down in the corner, sir.
Then we have one more. We have Infamous with the $2 super chat. Bend the knee, King, or we shall break them. November 12th.
Wow. Smoke.
I want everything under the sun. I want to be able to go to the store, and I just definitely want to do an unboxing right here. I do. Am I hopeful? Hell to the no.
No doubt.
I don't see it. I want to see it in more
This
people's
console's
hands.
coming out in November.
Anyway, moving on. Let me get my balls off before we move on. Look, man. Yeah, this system big, man. It's big. He's a big boy. The design is growing on me though. I didn't like it at first, but now I'm starting to see it more. It is growing on me. Like Soft said, I'm with the removable plates. It kind of reminds me of the 360
face plates.
Yeah, the 360 era. Remember the 360 era with the face plates, Miranda, and stuff like that? You used to kind of swap out and stuff. So the customization there and the monetization there could be really impactful if they get cool.
I think.
Yeah.
I think the design looks like, a little futuristic a little bit. Like, I don't mind the design. It's just too big. It got to be that tall.
Yeah,
man?
I just wish it was
that tall.
go ahead, Miranda. I'm sorry. You say something?
Oh no, yeah. I just don't like the controller. Like, I think the colors look nice. I kind of like that the PS5 looks unique, whereas the Xbox Series X looks fine. It's just very industrial.
Monolith, very conventional,
It's meant to be tucked away. It's not meant to stand out, right? Like, it's just another piece of tech in your home. Whereas PS5, it's like, look at this.
Yes, I agree.
Here. Yeah, it's just like a little. I think that the size of it's what's really gets me, and I don't like how they color the controller, but it is what it is.
No, I feel you. I mean, like I said, I think that the plate thing is really going to take off. They're really going to impact sales wise.
The aftermarket things.
People are going to make it. They're going to make designs. I could see like game releases, a lot of their exclusive IPs, with unique game plates. I could see that really taking off. So salute to that. I'm
because I think they like to sell consoles. Like that Spider-Man console.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. For sure.
We hope that they take the whole approach of selling you $50 plates that you could take off, or $80 plates, whatever price that they put on them, fins, and you just swap them out. We hope that.
Did you see the mock-up for the Spider-Man console?
The mock-ups look fire.
Yeah,
mock-ups look fire. But I see the potential with that. I think it's a marketing play that's going to really do well. I'm with you, King. I love the fact that the teardown actually happened, but at the same time, I would have loved the third party to do it just so we could kind of get it. But look, it happened. It's late in the game. It's here. And the last thing is, at least we got the information on the SSD on where it goes, how you do it. Obviously, Screwgate's a big thing. I could care less. It's something that you're gonna do one time.
Don't lose it. You can care less till you lose.
But shout out to Sony Engineering. They allow you to put the screws inside the thing so you don't lose it or whatever.
That's just the stand though. If you want to upgrade the SSD, you got to take it apart a little more.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take it apart. But I will say this.
There's 3 additional screws.
That's one thing I didn't like though.
What?
When he took the side panels off. It seemed difficult for him to do, almost like he could have.
Yeah, I was nervous. When he took the I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna break it.
Did you see when he opened it? He scratched the inside of the PlayStation.
Oh, he did.
I ain't
like
see that.
if you zoom in, it's scratched.
Oh, I didn't see.
That's probably from repeated teardown.
Yeah.
I think he had to make sure that he had it right to show that what he was doing, because they didn't want to cut the video too much. Listen, it was very controlled. Is it a little bit more elaborate that we wanted it to be as far as changing the or adding more memory? Yeah, of course. And I didn't even get into that part about the adding the more memory. Or make sure you don't buy one with a heat sink on it, because Mark Cerny definitely told you do not purchase SSDs with the heat sink that's compatible with the PlayStation, because either that drawer can't close and it's a metal piece, so I think it will dissipate the heat. So just keep that.
You got to be very. They're going to have to be very specific with what SSD spec is compatible, because it's not just any NVMe you just throwing in there. You have to make sure it's to the PS5 spec. So that's the first thing.
They're going to have like compatible PlayStation 5 on these websites.
Yeah, they're going to need to get aggressive with that. Yeah,
I think that's a huge mistake, because there's going to be somebody that's
buy the wrong thing. Yeah,
I'm going to go get the cheapest one I can possibly get, and I'm going to throw it in there. And why is it on fire?
Oh my God!
You're obsessed with this console.
Console throw it on fire. He's obsessed. He's obsessed.
That's on fire.
But
nuclear. You're going to hear that.
Look, on one, you're ridiculous. On one side, I do like the fact that they, there's going to be options, but on the other side, I'm not going to lie. Like, I do appreciate the ease of use with the SSD from the Series X with the expansion model. And then shout out to Jason Ronald, those guys, they were like, at first, I thought it was going to be locked to Seagate. So I was like, well, at least the PlayStation 5 has the advantage of different manufacturers. But now we're finding out that they're going to be able to use other manufacturers with the SSD for the Series X as well. So Seagate just have the initial contract.
But what I enjoyed about the PS5
Yeah.
SSD is they give you more of a variety of how much you want,
Right.
what carriers that you want to use.
Mhm.
Like Xbox is just like right now you getting the terabyte, all right, and that's pretty much all we got for you right now.
Well, actually, no. Jason Ronald came out and told you that there are different sizes and different form factors for the SSD. Don't try to use that narrative that you're trying to go with.
Until these people come out and give me these links,
You're not going to get a bigger one anyway because it'll be $500. So cut it out. You're going to pay the $225.
Well, see, I don't even use games like that. Like I only keep a couple games installed.
Then move it over.
I would just say that I appreciate they give you the option on PlayStation.
Right. No, but listen, at the end of the day, these things for both consoles are going to be expensive. This is NVMe SSD tech. These are specialized. These are not cheap. This is very cutting edge. And to be honest, like for people who's like, oh man, this is too expensive, that's kind of the going rate. So get used to that.
People are going from these mechanical external hard drives and think it's supposed to be, it's the same type of hard drive, but it's not.
And that's it. So let's just get to the smoke. Backward Compat is announced. King and Solve have been at each other for almost a year, I guess. It feels like. And,
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. So, now the announcement is here. There's conflicting messaging as to what the bend the knee was, and one camp is saying that backward compatibility had to exist and just at all, and the bet is one, and another camp is saying it has to actually work. You know what I'm saying? And if a title doesn't work, that the bet's off. So before we do this,
the bet is off. The bet is on.
I will say one thing before you guys go at your little attacking conference. Solve, it's okay if he out snipes you because he likes to put his little conditions in before the bet even starts. So
but this is the thing.
With me is
I don't agree to those conditions. You can say whatever you want. But
at the end of the day,
yes.
We did say when it gets to our house.
Mm-hmm.
So all this conversation that you're doing right now.
so
the bet's still on.
The bet's still on until you get it in your house.
I told you when I get it in my house, when I put a disc inside and it doesn't work, your knees are mine. Hold on.
This is the thing, though. This is the thing, though. If he could say that a million times over, if I never say, okay, I agree to that, then it's
so you
like to me,
you're backing out of the bet.
Hold on. We ain't doing that. Let me talk.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay. To me,
let this happen now.
Let me
what you're saying is
ask a question. Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
Or you're going to back out, right? So either way, see,
why would you let me ask the question?
Because it ain't about you.
This is what
question for you.
Go ahead.
Look, when it comes to this bet, under my impressions, I don't know about you, Cognito. I thought the bet was Sony would charge you for backwards compatibility.
Right, that's what I remember the initial bet.
It had nothing to do with what is on.
They did it with Spider-Man.
Oh!
No, Spider-Man 4.
I don't know.
It's going to be cross.
Miranda, let me defer to our guest, right?
Let's defer to Miranda.
From what you've heard, is Spider-Man PS5 a new SKU?
So the way that they're going about it is that they're not selling the definitive edition is what I believe is what it is. So there's a new version of Spider-Man that you can only get in a special bundle with Miles Morales. And so you have to buy that together to get it on PS5, that version.
Now let me get that
version. Will the PS4 version work on the PS5 though?
I thought so.
Yeah.
So I did the work to look up this news so that I was gonna postpone until Tuesday. Now I was like,
let's go, Miranda. Let's go.
I'm on vacation. But yeah.
Okay, so Solve, according to you, because the PlayStation 4 version works on PlayStation 5 of Spider-Man, that negates the argument.
This is a moot point because once again, this is a stipulation that he added that I shook my head to. Like, no, I've always said you don't bet with King and start picking little things. No. I'm going to bet with you in the broadest way possible.
See, there you go.
And that's the bet you agreed to.
Stop running.
if you hadn't agreed to it,
Why are you
then
running?
I have nothing to say. But you
Why
agreed to the broad bet, and then in subsequent weeks you move the goalpost and say, "Look, man, like, yeah, you know, the card reader."
Okay. So out of curiosity,
Hold on. For
Like
posterity,
King gotta get his balls off too. Continue.
for posterity. Let me read off this list of bangers that King is not going to be able to play on his PS5. Let me read off this list of this appalling list that Jim Ryan will not allow you play it. We have BWVR.
What happened?
We have Afro Samurai 2, The Revenge of Kuma.
I love that. That's my favorite.
He said, "I love that." Yo, King is still. He said, "Yo, King, they broke your heart when that news came out. You was disgusted."
We got Joe's Diner, King. Banger, AAA.
Hold on, son. Let me ask King this. We have the list. We get the list. But so, King, are you implying that
he's a fraud?
that those 10 games that you had your heart set, and because they don't work, that inflates your argument?
He's heartbroken.
But let me say something.
Wait, let King get his balls. Let King get his balls.
This is what I'm talking about. This is the hypocrisy. You know, Microsoft said, "Go ahead, man, play your stuff, man. You got that. It's good. Play it." But I told you, they will force you to, and they're gonna make Afro Samurai 2. They're gonna make me buy it again.
Again, like he has it on his PSN. This is like he has it on there.
Just out of curiosity,
I got the disc. Why am I can't run?
Just to clear this up, King. King. Is it really charging you backwards compatible when they're not available on the PlayStation?
Right, that's the question. Because King, you did say the card reader, though, King. You did say the card reader.
PlayStation 5
I got the game, right?
Hold on.
I got the game.
Right.
Listen, all I have to say is this, right?
It won't work if it said this error. Your knees are compliant.
So King, hold on. So just deal with it. Joe's Diner, Hitman Gold Definitive Edition. These games,
just deal with it. They're telling you right there. Just deal with it.
So because these games,
the move.
You don't even play. You don't even play these games. This is good. So King, because you got these 10 games, you are distraught that you cannot play these on your PlayStation 5, and thus you won the bet.
And little Timmy is terribly upset on what's going on. But again, I digress. We don't know until we have it in our hands.
Here we go.
Jim Dance Ryan did a show and then tweeted out, it's going to PC too, because we believe in generations.
So you don't trust him. So you wait until it can get your head.
Hey, I don't trust these dudes. I gotta have it in my house.
So this entire rigmarole was just to push it back.
To push it in.
To delay it again.
You know what's crazy? I told you we will have this conversation when it gets to the house. You wanted to be messy early.
That wasn't me. I shouted out to Christopher Hart. Shout out to Jay Barry. Shout out to Jay.
They're the ones coming at you next.
Now, King, one other point that you brought to my attention last play, which was you said you showed me a disclaimer from the Sony site, the Sony blog, and it says, although many PlayStation 4 games are playable on PlayStation 5, some functionalities that were available on PS4 consoles may not be available on PlayStation 5 consoles. In addition, some PlayStation 4 games may exhibit errors or unexpected behavior when played on. So your concern is that also
when you go to jump in a game and he just lays on the floor. They're doing the most broadest thing always, and they do it always. They say, "Hey, we have back compat. Cool. We're here, 4,000 games," and their whole fan base goes crazy. Yay! And then a tweet comes out in the dark.
But it doesn't like I don't care if the PS5 explodes after. If the title screen comes up, you're done, son.
I'm kind of confused.
Listen to the steps you got to go to with the DRM back compat that they got.
This is what I think. By the way, this is for you, man.
All right. So upgrading the PlayStation 4 games to the PlayStation 5 using a disc. Sign in to your existing account on your PlayStation 5 console to create an account. Insert eligible PlayStation 4 disc. See, eligible.
Oh my God.
4,000 of them are eligible. Thank you.
That's to be determined.
Oh my God.
All right, go to the Game Hub in the PlayStation 4 game. Select the upgrade offer. Select the upgrade offer on the Game Hub and review the upgrade game offer. Select the download or purchase.
There's your purchase argument.
See, this is where you're like,
wait, why would you not have to purchase something you don't own? Like, why? What do you think?
That's a serious question.
Yeah, like why? So they're just gonna give it to you free if you've never bought it before.
Listen, if you own the disc and they're asking you, okay, this is the disc, this is part of the backwards compatibility program.
Once again, listen to the misdirection. Listen to the misdirection. That's one. Two, this has nothing to do with the bet.
let me finish.
That's why I want to
purchasing.
clarify what the bet is, because you're confusing me.
This is all about an upgrade because you have the disc. Listen to what I just said. You have said disc in your hand. They already assumed that you placed the disc inside and went to the Game Hub. Now they said download or purchase. This is where your legs leave your body.
It's where his knees is yours.
You know what that could be, King? They're giving you the option to buy the digital version, so you don't have to use the physical media.
With the discounted price, download or purchase content. After the download is complete, you can play the PlayStation 5 digital game by inserting a PlayStation 4 game disc. If that game disc is not there, you can't do that. So they are already assuming that you have the game disc and they had the purchase. Why would you purchase something, sir, if you have the game disc?
Well, that's what they could
You're not making any sense right now. You're making zero sense right now. Like I've never seen misdirection like this before. I have to give it to you. Like only an idiot would believe anything you're saying right now.
You just don't want to give your knees up, and I feel you. So you must see. Hold on.
So I will say this though, as the person who started this bet, because that was you. Because anybody who knows us knows it was you who started the bet. The burden of proof is on you, sir.
Yes, sir. So I will convict you.
Hold up. Just to clarify, because you guys are telling two different bets.
Miranda. Sorry, Miranda.
No, I'm enjoying this. I wish I had popcorn or something.
Hold up, just to clarify, what is the bet? Is the
bet the original bet? The actual bet is PlayStation would have no back compat. That's what he said.
So I told you when we do this, when I have it in the house, if I put in one disc and it doesn't work, and
I didn't agree to that. If I don't agree to it, it's like you're talking to yourself, dude. Listen, I'm not Hogue. I'm not falling for that, dude. Like, it's not happening.
It's okay. So being that we can not agree until I have the audio, I'm waiting to actually have the PlayStation. I want to do a whole tutorial. I'm gonna have a television here. I'm going to put the disc in. I'm gonna let the world see your knees leave your body. Disc error. And when that happens, then I'm going to play back the audio with the video for the world to see you.
You know what AK that is?
Incognito. I'm going to see your little screen, your little avatar going to pop up, and then you're going to disappear.
You know what? You know what happened, Cognito? This is exactly what happened when that list was.
Hold on. Excuse me. Hold on.
It's over. You're not getting out of here. It's over. It's a horror movie, and guess what happens? There's no backup pack.
Oh, the evidence! The evidence! Saul brought the evidence. Exhibit A. Exhibit A has entered the courtroom.
Microsoft is doing it, and they're losing. So they're looking and saying, "That's not a good idea."
Oh no! It's looking bad. It's looking bad for the king. He brought the ether.
There's a lot of patents that get registered. Never come to fruition.
Hold on. That's the sound of your knees.
Oh, that's his knees leaving his body.
No. Hold on.
It's not over, soft. More ether.
We have Exhibit B.
Oh, we got Exhibit B. Yo, we don't even need Hogue today.
Hold on. Excuse me.
There would be no backward compatibility, but that Sony would charge. And the video put your disc in.
You got the fact you don't charge it.
Per level. We agree. So one lead was back compat or no. He lost that need. So now the charge part is still up to
It's Saul's face.
The word of the dude that told you.
Oh no!
You going off for that dude? Now, if he's making it, I will have to.
God, DeMarco.
Hold on.
Oh, we got Exhibit C. No, you doing it, J Electronica. You got Exhibit C.
We're about to get copyrighted by playing our own music.
Oh, shh.
Okay. PS partnered up with Square 2 for the card reader.
No, I think if anyone's partnered up for a card reader, it's gonna be Activision. But anyway, you know, when it comes to
about this card reader, that let you know my man is down for this team right here because he's been part of the knowing that a card reader is gonna launch alongside. So you can play your back compatible. Shout out to you, sir.
I still can't believe you made that bet. You literally just gave your knees away.
Oh no! Exhibit C, JLX King. I'm sorry, brother.
King, does you as a defendant, do you have anything?
Do you have anything to say for yourself after this?
All I have to say is no bueno, papi. No bueno, papi.
King, do we get the knee? Do we get the knee, sir?
Listen. Yes, I have something to say.
Oh,
all I have to do is put in one disc, and they have to charge you.
Oh,
Come
on!
I didn't agree to that.
That compat is paid for. So that's where your legs are leaving your body. No, you're good. Because these shenanigans you got right there, we know the card reader is inside. So we do know that financially they're got the bank account.
So you're good because in games that don't work, there's nothing gonna pop up on the screen. They don't work.
Yeah, that's the thing, that you get no reaction from the system.
Yo, the chat is like, King bend the knee, King let it go. King, yo, the chat is in.
I mean, I admire determination to prove a point.
I do want the chat in on
I
this.
will never fold.
Hold on.
We gotta leave it to the courts.
I want the chat in on this.
Yes.
Exhibits today on Iron Lord's
Podcast.
Put a 1 if you think King needs to get them knees to solve. And
Yes,
put
2 if you think King they solve you to bend the knee to King. Let's do it now. Court of opinion. We have all the evidence was brought to the table.
And I'm going to have to go get that show.
Leo says 1. There's a bunch of ones.
It's nice that you're gonna grab a soundbite. You see,
Oh my God! They're spamming ones. Oh my God! Yo, it's a one kind of a day.
He says it's nice. I have to get. It's nice that you have to go get evidence that I actually said that.
because I know exactly what happens. And everybody,
I thought you had that evidence before the podcast started. What happened?
Oh my God!
I'm so sorry that they don't agree with you. My team is Legion.
and they're gonna burn. They're gonna burn with you. They're gonna burn with
Look, King, you've been convicted by jurors. They have stated that you are.
I'm looking at all the tools. I am not falling for your stuff.
There's only a few tools in here. There's like all ones. There's spamming ones.
There's a few twos, but like, but we all know King got it. We all know King.
My King, I got 400 people in the chat. There's 400 people watching, and 400 people gonna put two. Up.
Oh my God! Look, we gotta move on. I think the court of public opinion has one today.
He will. There is a lot of twos.
No, there's tools. There's tools. I'm not gonna say.
No, it's not some tools. There's a hell of a lot of tools.
But those tools don't believe in truth.
Same one over and over again.
Sorry, bro. Tools.
So look, we gotta move on. I guess.
I feel like there's only like 15 people in that.
Listen, man, I win the electoral college, man.
All right, we gotta end it. We gotta end this subject segment. Let's get the super chats, and then we gotta check in on Miranda because I know.
Miranda.
It's a lot of tools, baby.
It's the same people. He's put it too like 8 times.
Stinger said, "This one brings me no pleasure, kid." Yo, I'm done. Continue. Shout out to Sting. Okay, let's get the super chats off if you can, or Attic help him out.
Oh no! Hold on a second. I'm here. Elemental Pio. Elemental Pio with the $5 super chat. GM Log. Miranda, welcome to the realm. What would you say the Jade Empire remaster for Series X for Japan and China markets?
Well, I never get to play Jade Empire, so I would like that just for me too. So.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Then we have Dragonheart with the $10 super chat. I honestly believe that Sony rushed the dev cycle for PS5 because of how Microsoft caught them with an uppercut during the VGAs. I feel that we're aiming for 2021. Yeah, could be.
Fair enough.
Then we got Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat. I guess Japan was tired of running from Godzilla, so they created Mecha Godzilla 2.0.
Wow.
Savage.
So then we have Philly Eagle with the $5 super chat. Stop saying that the box is futuristic. Routers are not futuristic.
Oh my God.
God. Looks like a router. Then we have Eagles fan 76 with the $2 super chat. PS5 packaging. I don't think it will fit in my car. Then we have J-Dub as a shield, $2 super chat. King, the PS4 Pro Plus is a 9 Munchkin teraflop. Chat messy. Pixelbit G, I think y'all both win. Yes, PS5 will play PS4 games, but yes, Sony is also charging for the Spider-Man upgrades. But Sav is more right.
Public opinion.
Then we have Face with the $5 super chat. Back compat is a great feature, but should not be the focus of a next-gen console.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Forte with the $5 super chat. Miranda getting a front row seat to all the smoke. Look at you need a psychology degree when betting King. Saw finding every way to keep his knees. I see you, bro. Just facts, brother. You got to understand, I know this man for 30 years. I know what's going on. Maybe we have Jean-Marc Louis with the $2 super chat. Error 2345, insert credit card. Then we have Pixel G with the $5 super chat. I think y'all both win. Oh, no, I read that already. We have Face. Back compat is a great. Wait. I doubled up on it.
Doubled up.
Oh, we have Palash Banakar with the 150.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, it's different currency. Different currency, it looks like.
Thank you. Either way, thank you
very much. Yeah, wow.
Are you guys aware that one guy, bought the PS5 trademark in India in 2019? It is delayed in India for months because of that. Great show. Thank you. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's crazy. Yeah, it was some weird thing. I don't know how that happened, but they're gonna.
That's one of their big markets. I don't know how they let their trademark slide. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Someone
got fired.
We got Smitty Smith with the fight. Yeah, that's crazy. Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat. Lord King's new name, Lord Shang Tsung King David. Your needs are mine. I know there got to be a couple more.
Oh, we got a lot. Yeah, we got.
I didn't get to copy paste those. We have Pixelbit G with the $2 super chat. King is now king of the no knees. L granted. Then we have Face with the $5 super chat. Xbox is relying on back and pack because they have nothing for launch.
Oh my God.
Halo Infinite, until Halo Infinite, multiplats are everywhere. Series X better be a huge leap over PS5. Hold on. Then I got jumped, so I need help there.
All right.
Elemental PO.
I got Emmanuel A1. I see. Go in, King David. Don't listen to their slander. The $2 I could have been skipped too. I'm just reading what I can see.
What's the last one you read, Saul?
Next one is the Wise Old Gamer.
But before, did we have anything before Emmanuel A1?
What's the last one that Saul read?
What's the last one you read?
Oh man,
we gotta catch that.
Okay, give me a second. Let me check my pin.
While he's catching that,
we have Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat. Lord King's new name. That one.
You got that. So, Attic, you caught up?
Yeah,
I'm looking, Eagles fan.
Next is
did we get the one with Gaming Forte about Miranda getting front row?
Yeah, we got that. Yeah, we got that.
The Wise Old Gamer was next.
He $2 he put one. We got J-Dub as a shell for $2.
Yeah, there we go. We caught up.
4,000 backwards compatibility at launch. I just saw Bigfoot.
Oh, hold on. Let me get Jonathan B. Files in chat. Solve Electronica sat back on that evidence until it was time to serve it. King, I'm sorry, my guy, but ship those knees on ice next day. Yo.
We got a $2 super chat from Boogeyman. 2 because Sony already charged for backwards compatibility.
Ooh, he's with King. He's a
King. They
king.
didn't technically do that.
It's not true.
Technically, you already sold.
We got a $2 super chat from Perfect Shogun. Is saying 1.
1 for Saul.
Yeah, he agrees that he is still lost. We got a $2 super chat from Dizzy. King is better.
It's being
Artax from the Never-Ending Story.
Never-Ending Story. We got is that 4? Yeah, $4 super chat from Elemental PO. To King's point, there's more than PS4 on PS4.
There's more
4K on PS4.
I'm reading the small print because I have the actual one.
Okay.
That's all I think.
He's talking about my Twitter.
I'll read the next movie. I got Victor Brick.
Victor
with the
Brick.
$5
That's our guy.
That's
Love
my
that
guy.
name. Number one hitter.
Start taping them knees.
Oh, let me get Blaze. Let me get Blaze. Okay, shout out to Blaze to us with chat.
Let King say the Sony baby.
Okay.
You got Blaze.
99% of all PlayStation 4 games, Sony baby. I don't think so, sir.
Oh, you Kai's in here, man. So you see Kai? I get him.
Yeah, this actually fights for Channel 5 days. Dead.
Yeah, he knows. This is how it used to be in the house.
We would do this every Saturday.
Every
We got to
Saturday.
find out ship that for regulator. Why are we talking about PS5 backwards compatible? I thought they don't play old games.
No,
now
it's
that's
a
the
thing.
thing.
It's cool now, I guess.
Shake my head.
So look,
we play old games. It matters to us,
Mhm.
you know. So when you have a library of games that you invested thousands of dollars in, you want those games to be able to be played. You know, maybe you don't need the old hardware. You can sell the old hardware, but you would like to have the new hardware to be able to play the old stuff. So, I mean, I'm happy that they're trying it. I want to see how it works in execution. We already know Microsoft is successful with it. This is what the whole conversation is. They did it before in the past, and they charge you in a fashion for it. So that's all. Okay.
Blaze 4K has something to say. Jeez, King.
Hey, King. Screw you, baby.
Play on screws.
You my guy. 32 days. 7 weeks. I feel you. I hope it does launch for you in 30 days.
Oh my God! Moving on. Look, let's go on long. Miranda's got to go.
Yeah, I
But
do need to
yeah,
head
so
out,
look.
but-
First of all, shout out to Lady Miranda, rocking with us all the way through, even with the smoke. Tremendous.
ready. I couldn't miss it.
Oh, so much
So good.
tremendous gaming history. Awesome what you
Yes.
do. Love what you do in the community. Where can the fine people find you? What you have going on, Miss?
You can find me at Havok with a K, HavokRose. Pretty much anywhere on the internet, Instagram, Twitter. I'm gonna be live on Twitch in about 35 minutes.
Mhm.
But I think you guys should stay here probably because
Oh.
it seems like there's a lot going on. I'm kind of sad I have to leave.
It's all downhill from here. It's just downhill from here.
The moment you leave, like the real gloves are off.
Oh man, I can't miss that. But thank you guys again so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. Of course, you can find me on IGN and PodcastUnlocked every week. So mostly every week. I
And-
try to stay calm when I
And
can.
hosted. Okay, first of all, again, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
We
Yeah, thank
really
you guys for
appreciate you.
having me.
Love what you do in the community. You know, even the charitable stuff, Latinos in gaming, and then you really represent the Xbox community very well as well on Podcast Unlocked. So salute to you. Thank you so much, and we definitely love to have you back in the future. Hopefully under less drama circumstances.
I don't know about all that.
I did not want to do
Please
this
don't have
today.
me on the spicy episode. That's all I request. Let him out.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Enjoy. Check out her stream. If you guys like stationary, hit up. Attic, you wanted to say something? For?
Next time, less addict slander. Next time.
Thank you so much,
Miranda.
Brendan. Take care.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
Miranda.
one.
Bye.
Peace.
Good luck with the bets.
Risky on the 12th if they launch.
Salute. Oh, Miranda was awesome. Let's get on super chats and then we get into the next topic.
We have Stitch with the $5 super chat. This is not real back compat. The PS5 and PS4 are built on the same 64-bit architecture. Where are the PS1, 2, 3 games? Hey, those are in the bushes. Those are straight.
That's not happening, brother.
See,
I'm sorry.
Listen. I love hip hop, but that remastering engine stuff, I don't know where that came from, man. Because
He just got the information wrong. That's all.
yeah.
That's it. I mean, I'm not gonna go in on him like that because
No.
a lot of people saw that Mark Cerny thing and they thought they was talking about they're gonna do all these these generations and stuff like that. I'm sorry, man. I know it's a hassle right now for Sony to even get this PlayStation 4 stuff back compat. So the fact that they're doing something is really decent. I want to see it in execution in the home. Because when they put wording like buggy and stuff, it's like they're telling you, hey, here's your food. Now you might catch flies in there, something like that, but it's your plate though. Eat your plate though. Like so, I don't like that. I don't like that wording. That wording concerns me because I purchased the game and I expect the games to run. Now they're going to tell me something like, oh, have a PlayStation 4 to do that, then that sounds like the Don, right?
I think it goes back to what we said. You can be sure that the bangers will run pretty well,
Yeah.
Everything else is a hit or miss,
Yeah.
and hit or miss, especially at launch. Like maybe down the line they
Yeah.
start, but at launch, maybe trust your bangers and the ones they specifically mentioned.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you this though: if I put a disc in and they say, because of the developer wants to charge, I'm sorry, like that's no bueno at all. I should have my game. Like, first of all, the DRM crap that's going on here that people are glossing over. You must sign in, you must be online, and then you must put your disc in, right? And that's normal. We do it normally, but people are not talking about it. And the fact that they said download or purchase, if you have the disc, that purchase option should not be in the context at all.
But isn't that for most of the people that got either the digital console or don't have a disc?
They're talking about the disc. That whole thing was just about the disc console. All right, so I got to see what's going on because I don't trust them it's kind of messed up. It's kind of messed up because
King don't believe it.
He ain't wrong. I'm listening, man.
I don't trust them to deliver on this 4,000 things because they got the team all lathered up, right? So you see a lot of PlayStation do 4,000. Told you, man. And then you see the little sideboard slide out and be like, read the fine print.
So until you get it in that crib, you not there with it yet.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree because you know what it is. Like they came out and said, "Yeah, we have a $400 SKU." That $400 SKU is like a Sasquatch in the wild. Like it's hard to find because they said it to say it. Eventually, they'll sell it to you when they're not selling it to you at a loss, right? Yeah. Eventually, you find it everywhere. But for right now, it was more of a posterity thing. Look at what we have.
It was for an image, a narrative. That's all it was for.
It was. So
we will see once we get it.
That 4,000 day one. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is just that the disclaimer thing was a little interesting. I was like, am I beta testing your back compat? Like is something not gonna work? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that part was a little weird, but look, I've been on them about transparency. They finally gave that information up. So at least in that respect, I gotta, be impressed. The transferring is a little weird if you don't have PSN. I guess, this Wi-Fi over Wi-Fi thing is a little weird. But whatever. Look, it's here. We'll see on launch, and then you two can revisit your stuff. Whatever you guys are doing. But we gotta move on, man. We got the super chats because I get into this next topic.
Yeah, we are good. I think.
We good? All right, cool. So look, man, this is me. Yeah, man. So in the news, it looks like Microsoft and GameStop. Big announcement. Look like they have entered into a multi-year strategic partnership, and looks like over 5,000 retail stores worldwide and e-commerce with GameStop. They will leverage a lot of Microsoft cloud solutions. I believe also we saw Dynamics 365. We also hear about the Surface tablets being used by GameStop employees, and obviously Azure Backbone, will be attributed a lot of their stores and stuff like that. So it looks like an infrastructure change in that. And then another detail was that following decades as an essential provider of the Microsoft Xbox game platform and services, GameStop has expanded its Xbox family of product offerings to include Xbox All Access, which provides the Xbox console. We know what else, the Game Ultimate, no upfront. It says GameStop and Microsoft will both benefit from the customer acquisition and lifetime revenue value of each gamer brought into the Xbox ecosystem. So this partnership hit waves. Just wanted to bring this to the realm. I don't know if Attic stepped out, if he's still there because his camera's off. But let's bring it to the realm, man. What are we thinking? Is Attic there? Did he step?
I'm here.
All right, cool. So Attic, let's start with you, man. Like, what are you feeling about this partnership with GameStop and Microsoft?
I feel like it's kind of like the Destiny thing. Like they don't have to buy the company; they just make really big deals with them and get real close to the company. So, like, I don't think that this is going to drastically change anything in terms of sales wise, but I do think it could potentially do that because I read in there. I don't know exactly how they're doing the profit margin thing, but they did say that they're going to get more money off of off the ecosystem of Xbox, which it's kind of weird that they worded it that way. Because it's like, do you mean you're going to get more money off of individual, things that you sell through the Xbox brand? Or are you getting a certain chunk from the actual Xbox brand?
Right.
So it's just like, and then at the end of the day, a lot of these people, they get these GameStop managers, people like Forte, they get judged off their store by selling a certain amount of money and making a certain amount of money. So it's like, if you make more money selling Xbox product because you get a bigger cut, like,
are you implying that there will be influence to promote
I kinda am.
Microsoft products
as they use their their Windows Surface to take their order?
Yeah, Savage.
I could just see it now. I'm like, well, we make like an extra $100 from selling this Xbox Series X, and we only make like 30 selling that PlayStation 5. So, well, obviously, I don't know the number they make, but it's just like, and then they're doing the all access, which if you consider it and think about it, GameStop is willingly letting a digital version of a system into their inventory now. So it's just like, they're clearly getting it back from somewhere. I don't know where it is, but they're getting it from somewhere.
Film Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer. Okay, so
go
when
in.
I saw this, I said, aha. What was the biggest problem for Microsoft? People perception.
Right.
And people perception starts at point of purchase. When you go inside a GameStop store and you have these game geeks that are telling you, the PlayStation is far better, far superior.
Yo, why you gotta
right now the Xbox has no games and the PlayStation has God of War.
Why they gotta have that voice?
When you have those individuals at the point of purchase, how do you get past this point? You neutralize them. You make them compliant. They're gonna have a Microsoft shirt that says GameStop on the side. They're gonna have a Surface Duo in their hand as they take your order. They're going to push Microsoft products and make sure that you get in the ecosystem with all access. So initially, when they walk in the store, they're not going to be worried about pushing a PlayStation to anyone because the majority of the store is going to have Microsoft products. When you come in, from what Forte was explaining, Microsoft will have the front end of the store that was usually reserved for Nintendo.
Right.
That's no longer going to be the case because you are compliant. You're complicit. You're in pocket. So now when your bread is buttered in one place, you will not talk bad about that buttering bread. You will make sure that bread gets served. So Microsoft has made it their business to shut up that dude that's like, God of War, Spider-Man.
You gotta stop with that.
The top tier games of our generation, and it's only on PlayStation 4, so you should get a PlayStation 4. But I really like Xbox and Halo, but man, all you care about is Halo, Forza, and Gears. That's good. So now that guy can no longer spew that hot rhetoric, and he must say, the Xbox brand is good because Xbox has all access and we can get you into the ecosystem. Can I sign you up for an ecosystem plan?
Are you implying the kickback is gonna go in Microsoft's favor with what the influence is?
Well, they was about to go out of business. Who saved your jobs? Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer. Every day he does something to turn the tide in his favor. It's a stacked deck. He putting a bunch of aces in his hand. You can no longer go inside the point of purchase. Point of purchase is the most important part. Game & Forte will tell you this. When you're at the counter, you can sway the opinion of the purchaser. You can say they can have a bunch of PlayStations in the back. We're gonna sell out these Xbox. We have no PlayStations right now at the moment.
Oh my God!
What are you looking for? You looking for that Xbox? We can get you in the ecosystem. Right now. You want to get inside the ecosystem? Game has over 100 games right now. Like right now, when you get the Xbox, it has Game Pass.
Are you implying that these are going to be the slides from the corporation that these are going to be forced to memorize to recite to the customers?
Okay. do we not remember the what GameStop was about before? Remember when they had that little list and how they would actively cheat the consumer? Is that far-fetched what I just said? No. So I think they will be geared up in the back. All right, 1, 2, 3. Xbox on sale.
Yo, stop!
Xbox. All right, whoever sells 5 Series X today, definitely get a Pikachu. Let's go.
Why they gotta do the 1, 2, 3, 5 like it's a huddle? Why they gotta
They're
do
gonna
that?
huddle up right before the store open. All right, everybody, Xbox saved our life. Let's go.
I'm done with this man. Hats off, get the super chats, and then you go. Oh my god.
Let me copy paste this last one. It's hilarious.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
We have
If you don't jump. You got, I see.
this is, we got JD Gamer with the $2 super chat. This is what you get when you poke a bear.
We have a $5 super from Dan. Are you implying they're correcting bribing GameSpot employees?
I think we missed Stitch. Did we get Stitch for $4? He said this is not real back compat PS5.
No, we read that.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure we got that. Okay.
We got a $5 super chat from JD Gamer. Sony will be starved of games and retailers as Microsoft flexes its muscles and almost inexhaustible
amount of money
to
murder its gaming
editor. So we got a $5 super chat from Smitty Smith. Microsoft to GameStop, when the bag is that heavy, you will bend the knee. Hashtag the Book of X.
No doubt. Yes, so.
I agree with all of those completely.
Wow.
I mean, listen, once again, these are moves that Microsoft is making that Sony can't make. These are big boy moves. This is you know what's you talk about Xbox. This is Microsoft. This is Satya saying.
Right. You know what's crazy about that too, so like this probably cost them little to nothing because they probably already had all this equipment in warehouses when they shut down all their Windows stores.
All right, but Saab, let for fairness, can what about it being a strictly enterprise, like an infrastructure move, as opposed to, you know, like these are not, we're not saying these are going to be now Xbox stores, all GameStop stores are going to be Xbox.
No, I mean, of course, they came out and said, their cloud infrastructure, they're going to kind of re-outfit all the stores with Surface tabs and stuff like that. But you got to understand, as soon as this info went out, their stocks jumped 44%.
Yes, that is true.
44%, like King said. In some way, this is a company that was on life support.
Quid pro quo.
Yeah, so it's like quid pro. they injected sort of this new sort of hope that people have that with this partnership moving forward, they're gonna somehow integrate whatever Microsoft is doing, right? Maybe you're right. Maybe it's just behind the scenes stuff, but just the fact that people felt that confident in sort of seeing those numbers go up when Microsoft decided to come in and say, hey, we're going to help you out with this. Right. That says a lot. That really says a lot.
They had to stop trading that day. They had to cease trading because they went from $6 to $13, and they said, we got to stop this right now.
Yeah, we got to toe this line and leave that right where it is. And that, so you can't underestimate the power of Microsoft coming in, and even if it is behind the scenes, because that just it's showing you that people have more confidence in what GameStop is planning to do in the future. Like honestly, we don't know what that is, right? We still don't know what that is because before COVID, they were planning to make the stores into these sort of hubs for like esports and stuff like that, and that's probably not going to happen at least not anytime soon. So how do you continue to reinvent yourself? And that's something that Attic mentioned as well, right? Both of these console makers are pushing a console that is literally built to push GameStop out of the picture.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now that's a good point.
So you would never expect them to have that console front and center.
Right.
But with this and making them the place to go for all access.
All access was a huge part of that.
It's huge. It's huge. They made them the place to go for that because everybody else, Amazon reneged on all access completely. Best Buy is also one of those things where you'll get the all access prompt, but 9 times out of 10, it'll redirect you just to buy the console outright, right? They don't have a big allocation for all access. Whereas I think now GameStop is the place to go for that. And you will be able to get a console all access. I just think they made themselves by doing this, they made GameStop the focus sort of the game purchasing world again in a way that they hadn't been for a long time, obviously with Amazon in the picture, and everybody sending their stuff through mail. I'm excited to see what happens for GameStop, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy.
Yo, Neil Mental King, for you, he said, don't forget Reggie Fils-Aimé is on GameStop's board now. They've been making positive moves for a little while now. Is he complicit, King?
Well, I told you before when see, this is when the tea leaves was happening, right? And y'all was like, what the hell is Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer doing on Reggie Fils-Aimé's podcast? Then this happens. Come on, man. Man out here, man.
Who did that for you?
It was over, man. He's like, yo. Remember when I talked to you with that Nintendo stuff? He's like, yeah, man, I wasn't really about that like that. so what you want?
Now I see the light.
Yeah, he said, what you want to do right now? I see that you're about to close 5,000 stores, and under your regime, that don't look good, Reggie. He's like, yeah, that is true. What you offering? He said, all right, how about this? Being that you had that beef with Nintendo, let's push Nintendo to the back of the store. Let's put Microsoft in the front, and we're gonna give you, the Surface Duo. We're gonna high tech y'all. We're gonna give you a Zero Cloud service, so you definitely be up to date. Because remember, they have the worst internet stuff going on with their PCs and stuff like that. When you ever try to check out, they be like, "Hold on, let me look up your account." Wait a second.
GameStop infrastructure is not known to be the best.
It's terrible. It's terrible here. You have 5,000 points. Remember the time they were stealing my points? So I think honestly, he had the conversation with a man-to-man type of conversation, and then talk to Satya. We can do this with them, and point of purchase is very important. This is not a small thing. I think this is larger than a lot of other moves that they were making.
You're talking influence. You're talking mind share. That's what you're talking. You're talking when a person walks in the store. I mean, look. I mean, as much as I'm joking,
think a lot of people aren't really seeing how big of a deal this potentially could be.
Look,
and it's like I said. I said in my video. I said, look, GameStop's clearly not where they used to be.
Yeah,
but I would say they still have like 30% of the market, and 30% of the market is still millions of people. Like,
no, it's a big
having
deal.
people constantly going. How many times have you went to GameStop and they push product on you?
Yo, Jay Barry, what the hell are you talking about? The
Jay Barry, let me finish my statement. It's just like, look, like, it's like I said, they're not going to intentionally come out openly and say this, but if they're getting bigger cuts and Microsoft has this much of an influence in their brand, you're going to walk into GameStop and guess what they're going to say? Hey, we get this Xbox Series X in the back. You want it? Like,
I just like the King voice when he do it. That's
want to get inside this ecosystem that we have here going on over here.
Look, let me give a buzz over and get some chat. Look, I agree with y'all. I see what y'all saying. I mean, I do think it is strictly enterprise move on the surface, right? That is literally what it's supposed to be. Help their back end, because we know they back end. The infrastructure needs help over there.
But we talk about what's going on behind closed doors.
Right. Now, behind closed doors, normally I'd be like, King, I don't know. But, there's some point there. I mean, if your bread is getting buttered by a company that's saving you, and there's definitely some type of money transaction, at the end of the day, I think there's going to be, influence. They've confirmed influence with Xbox All Access, right? We know Xbox All Access is a digital service upfront that it kind of goes against the philosophy of GameStop. GameStop is more of a retail, physical sale, used games kind of shop. So for them to be pushing that, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming there has to be some type of kickback, you know what I'm saying, in reference to that. And again, this is maybe a way of them figuring out and pivoting on how to survive in a digital future, right? We have a PS5 digital console. We have a Series S, you know what I'm saying? These technically don't fit in the GameStop model. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like, I don't know exactly how they would use the tablets besides, your standard checkout thing. Right. But it's like I said in the video, I was like, look, like, they can do, a lot more visual selling with a tablet at they hip at all times too. Like there's a lot of different things that they could do. And I think one of the issues GameStop has always had is the way that, people come up to you. Cause I do feel like there's certain GameStop places that do it right, but then there's certain ones that just push product on you that don't even try to poke around, try to figure out exactly what you're looking for. They just go straight into the pushing products. And when you're talking to someone like Rand that hates Nintendo, and you try to push Nintendo on it for 10 minutes, it's probably not coming back.
Yeah. So from what I'm hearing, I was hoping to get 14, but I think he's working today. From what I'm hearing, Microsoft products will be pushed to the front. That's what I did. I mean, they're running around with Surface tablets. I mean, we gotta assume some influence there. And I think it's good for both parties. It's good for GameStop financially. It's good for them to pivot this new direction. It's good for Microsoft, like King is saying, mind share, influence. If you have sales representatives getting news from up top on what to push and services to push, some of that's going to disseminate to the ground level. So I think, like I said, it's a subtle move that's more important, I think, than many people think. And we'll see how it plays out. Let's get the super chats and then move on.
I don't think it's going to be anything like drastic, like we're not going to sell.
Yeah, they're selling. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be like, it's an Xbox store. But yeah,
I do think it's going to be one of those things where when they're probing you for questions, and they even sense even a minute they can sell you a Microsoft product. They might push that way.
Let me tell you something, and this is where this really, really matters. First, when you walk inside the store, you're going to see the Microsoft product, right?
Yeah.
If your incentive, and I don't know what the incentive is, but let's say there's some form of, because I don't know if they get, I've never worked for them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they get paid like a purchase on console, because they be real aggressive with certain stuff. Like
I know they get pre-order.
Right.
There's certain things they get super bonuses for getting you to do.
Okay,
so that's a good point.
So let's just look at that right there, right? So when I was working for The Wiz, that's a large TV chain, electronics store. When I was working for them, we would get tons of money if we sold wires, connectors. We didn't make too much money off of TVs and Blu-rays and stuff like that, but we made a ton of money off of selling the accessories, right? What if for an Xbox controller, you get $5. For a PlayStation controller, you get $2.
Right.
What would your incentive be?
Right.
To push said product?
Yeah.
So if Microsoft has that influence, that small part right there is going to change the way that the employee attacks the consumer when they come in the door. Regardless to what, they're always going to be pushing, upselling a Microsoft product because it pays them more.
Right.
If this is the case,
right,
we won't find out for years later, like when they do all their little dirty laundry coming out. But I really think if they are partnering with them, they're not going to put the competitor in a favorable light in the store.
Well, definitely be influenced. I mean, let's be real. It's also they're using the entire suite of Microsoft products. Like they're using, not only Azure on the back end, they're using like the Office 365, so for all their meetings, it's going to be Microsoft stuff. They're using Surface tablets remotely on the floor, untethered. They're using, instead of Zoom, they're using Microsoft Teams for their Zoom calls, Zoom-like calls. Like everything is a full Microsoft shop. We gotta admit that does have some influence a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
That's millions of dollars worth of product.
Yeah, that's
and
a ton
obviously,
of product.
GameStop's going to get a discount on that stuff. Yeah. And who knows? For all we know, it's like I said, they just shut down a bunch of Windows stores. They could have had a whole bunch of this on deck already.
Right. You know what's also weird? They were going to shut down a ton of GameStop stores. Could you imagine if you knew and you got the memo?
Oh, if you bought the stock back? Oh, you lit!
And your store, and then you get the new memo. No, you're definitely still hired. Don't worry, your last day is not the 31st. We're definitely going to keep the store open throughout the year. We're getting ready for the launch of the next consoles. What would your level of appreciation be?
Yeah, trust me,
it's kind of crazy.
Kind of crazy. Insider chat. Let's get these super chats, man, and we move on to the last one.
We got JD Gamer with the $5 super chat. Microsoft isn't buying Sega; they're going to buy Square Enix and Ubisoft just to force the Sony fanboys to bend the knee.
That's kind of crazy.
One will be immune to being
No
bought.
one will be immune. Yo,
I think that's true.
Oh
my, something.
They're definitely buying something else. That's for sure. Then we know Junos 23 with the $2 super chat. No TCLs at GameStop. Then we got Family 108 Dragons with the $5 super chat. Happy Sunday roundtable panel. Sorry I'm late. Microsoft says it loud. GameStop lives matter.
Good to see the homies is after y'all. Salute 108, man. I see you grinding, brother. Keep it up, man. I see you out there. He out there.
Yes.
Then we got the Wise Old Gamer with the $5 super chat. Hey, Microsoft, I'd be careful. GameStop's trade-in value is crap. As an aside, it's nice to see Reggie finally on the winning team.
You a king.
Wow. And then we have Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat. Microsoft pulled up like Big Navi.
Oh, the fucking X for my man Smitty Smith.
That's crazy. And we have East Texas Alex with the $5 super chat. So will this be the way Microsoft introduced the rumors of the disc to digital program? Oh, you all remember that?
I forgot about that. Yeah. What if they work with them on?
No. But imagine, you know how consumer
friendly that is? If they come up with that and they have GameStop, and GameStop would really benefit from that too. I can see that. Yeah. That's a great one.
Of entry, you bring in your disc to any GameStop and you get the digital code for free.
We'll see how far they go with it. Let's get you got JD Gamer.
We have JD Gamer with the $5 super chat. Satya pulled up to Jim Dance Rules Ryan House and said, "Hold my beer. Let me show you how $1 trillion company does it. We taking ZeniMax and GameStop."
Yeah, savage. Joe Mac.
Big boy moves. We got Joe Mac with the $5 super chat. Sony is playing lightweight games in a heavyweight world with Microsoft. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Jay Barry with a $20 super chat that wants King to read it. He wants King to read it.
Says, okay. It feels great to be a PlayStation gamer. PlayStation 5 has the best launch lineup this holiday. Can King read this? What is this? Keep up the great work. DX stand up. Yo, you know what? Yo, Jay Barry.
He was so muted in my life.
I know. He said that with no feeling. He said that with no feeling.
Jay Barry, your level of support is fantastic. I do appreciate you, brother. Even that tweet, because you had so many people in here looking for fake smoke. It was kind of crazy. And I'm not going to front for you to put up $20 of your money.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Barty, man.
I'm definitely going to read that for you, brother. Thank you so much. And BX, do stand up. And hopefully you could come down to the GameStop and the new Microsoft store. To purchase your X, because the PlayStation's delayed.
Shout out to Jay Barry, man. He had a viral tweet. He said King will have to apologize to PlayStation Nation for his crimes.
You know what the crazy part is? If somehow this console does get delayed,
we're never gonna hit the end of it.
We're
never gonna. It will be a 2-segment rant from King, and we'll never hit the end of it.
It's not even a segment rant. Like if they,
I gotta put my own video out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to GoPro that.
King for the first time will pull Kid Smooth. He'll go live.
Let me get this work. I never seen his name. Ralph Lewis, $10 super chat. Yeah, everybody loved the console wars till Xbox got a nuke. But that's now all the game industry trying to sound for peace. We still believe in generations or nah. Yo, Ralph is about to smoke.
I love him. You want to play nice now? There.
He on that King thing. He forget the women and children. He murder.
Let's tear all down all the walls.
We got JD Gamer with the $10 super chat. Launch lineup won't matter when PlayStation has started their games over the next 6 to 7 years as Microsoft buys more major developers, i.e. no more Fallout, Doom, Quake, Skyrim. What's next? Persona, Resident Evil, Final Fantasy.
Oh my God. A hostile takeover.
We have Mariano Pompa with the $10 super chat. How crazy could it be as a casual goes to GameStop, associate sees them looking at a game and can say, hey, that game is on Game Pass and you can play right now on your phone if you sign up with us.
Who did that for you? Wow.
I can just see them like looking at a game that's on Game Pass that happens to be on PlayStation, and they're looking at it in the PlayStation aisle, and they just come up like, this is a great system. I love the PlayStation, but it's on Game Pass over here on the Xbox.
Yo, shout out to Infamous. The infamous with the 2000. Rest in peace, GameStop. Microsoft kills when it touches. Yo, slander from the infamous mob.
There's a war going on
outside. No man is safe. No company safe from. What we got?
Michael, aka Best Size Finest, with the $2 super chat. Microsoft is slowly taking over gaming facts.
Yes,
I don't think it's that end of the world, but you know they're making moves. They're making moves that they
people wanted them to be more competitive. Here's Microsoft competitive. Like we've said for the past few.
They said, wait, please, no, stop being competitive.
Yeah, because like everybody's like, yo, they need more mind share, right?
We have been saying
they gotta buy
it. We've been saying on this show for years that Microsoft's got all this money, they need to start spending it. Well, this is them spending it. So you can't ask for something, and then when Microsoft, what it is they wanted to put the same kind of money that Sony puts into the industry, and they failed to remember that Microsoft got more money than Sony. So
that's crazy.
If they were putting the same type of energy out in terms of buying stuff that Sony was, they wouldn't have issues. But they have issues because Microsoft is exceeding what Sony can spend in the industry.
I'm never gonna get over that.
Right.
Yeah. That's like going to a club and the dude just spend your yearly money that you made in the club on bottle service. Bottle service. Yeah, like how much was that bottle service you did, man? And you told the bar, you brought the bar out. How much was that? Oh, that was $60,000. That was light work. What I'm making a year. What the hell, bro?
Is that ZeniMax food? That's what that was, kid?
That's out of control. You don't really look at what they did. Like this dude's budget, their budget for the year. They went and blew that in the deal. Like, ZeniMax.
That was cash.
That was cash too. It was crazy.
There was no player to be named later. No considerations. It was just straight cash.
Yo, Sav, they had to put it down there. Cash. I want to know who was walking around with $7 billion.
7.5 billion.
Who got that in their book bag?
No doubt.
You're walking around with a Louis Vuitton book bag. $7 billion in the bag.
Yo, stupid. So you that super chat. We got to get out of here.
We got Patrick with the $20 super chat. Microsoft is focusing on building. Sony is focusing on segregating. King Philly got that golden Midas touch. Love y'all.
Keep it up. Yo, salute Patrick. Never seen that name, man. Salute, man. Much appreciated. Let's get this final one, man.
Real quick.
Okay.
Guys, Xbox Fan Fest is coming back. If there is something that's equally or more frustrating than pre-ordering a console, it's trying
to get to Fan Fest and then hear an addict complain.
So shout out to the Xbox team and Money Rumble for making this a reality. So Xbox Fan Fest, in light of what's going on in the world, is going to become an all digital event. So it's fantastic to me. This is again what they continue to do. They continue to put their faces to the forefront and make them into personalities and characters that we can relate to. FanFest has always been great. I've never had the opportunity to participate, but it's a fantastic thing, and the fact that it's all digital now. But the weird thing is that it seems like not everybody's going to be able to get in again. It's still kind of exclusive. So so the signups start tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So good luck to y'all. It's crazy to say that for an all digital event, but I guess that's where we at.
No doubt.
So what do you guys think?
Addict, man, what you think, bro?
Hey, look, man, I love that they're doing something. I just got to see if I get it.
Addict's World!
Because in Addict's World, it's irrelevant unless...
Oh, my God. Here we go. I knew this was coming. The whole show, I was waiting for one. Here it comes.
So we'll have to see. If Addict gets it, then it's awesome.
Then it's lit.
If Addict doesn't get it, then I'm going to complain next week.
I know you're going to complain. Shout out to Addict, man. Let me King, you want to jump in or I'll jump in?
Yeah. We knew that they had overstock, like because they was gearing up for FanFest before the pandemic hit. So and FanFest they gear up for it maybe 6 to 8 months before. The same way for E3, right? So you know that they probably had the book bags and all the swag and everything ready, and they was doing the allotments. And
they might
stuff
as well
like
get the tax write-offs.
Right? And I believe that they said, well, okay, what are we gonna do with all this stuff? So we're not gonna just randomly just let it sit here and stuff. And these things is period pieces.
Yes.
Right. So like if you have, let's say, the Halo Infinite buttons or whatever it was that were going into the swag, the book bag or the 1 terabyte hard drive, these things have games that are relevant for that moment. So I don't think it would be relevant next year. So we can't hold it to next year. So let's get it out to the public in any way that we can. How can we do that? How can we go about it? And I think this is a nice way of doing that, is a fan service.
Yeah.
And maybe people feel that it's going to suck. We don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So let's give them a shot, see what happens, how it transpires. But for anybody to get this swag, I'm so happy for anyone to get this swag, because when we get it from going to FanFest, it's like Christmas to us. So I want somebody to get that feeling, to at least experience it, even if it's in virtual world at this time, because right now a lot of people are down. So to pick anyone up in any form or fashion, I'm all with it. So I'm gonna throw my hat in the bag too, and hopefully get a book bag or something like that. So I think they're gonna do a real good job with it.
Yeah, I mean, look, same thing, like pleasant surprise. Obviously with the pandemic, like King said, I mean, we thought it was a wrap. Let's be real, right? We didn't think we were getting this. So cool. Again, if you've ever been to one, I mean, FanFest. Sorry, Sav, but Attic, been one, King's been one. It's
into all of them.
Yeah, yes, King. We know. Me and Attic know that one year.
Shout out to Xbox.
Savage. But look, it's if you get a chance to go, it's one of the absolute favorites of E3. The things that they do for the community. I mean, probably my favorite next to Bethesda's press conference. It's one of those two. And you meet so many cool people, so many gamers, so many friends we've met over the years, executives, developers. They really show out for the community. Like it's something, even if you're not an Xbox fan, I always tell people, if you get a chance to go, sign up anyway. Like it's really amazing. So it's cool. It's cool that they're doing it. I want to see what form, how they handle it digitally, if they're doing the giveaways. I also want to know if they're doing any digital meet and greets, if you get a chance to
that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome, right? So look, it's a cool thing. It's a good thing. I'm glad they're continuing it. They did not let it die, and we'll hold it down and see what's up. I'm putting my entry in, man, and we'll see what happens. But that's what I got, man. Let's get these super chats.
I can't call my connection. Maybe I could though.
Oh my god, savage! Let's get these super chats.
That's another conversation.
That's another conversation right there.
We have Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat.
Yes, sir.
Microsoft to Sony, who would love to port Elder Scrolls 6, but we must think about the safety of the kids. Who did that for you?
Savage.
The Book of X.
Savage.
And then we have Gerald Mack with the $5 super chat. What is the difference between the 4.0 and a 4.6? 4.6, 7.5 billion. Now beat it.
Oh, hit him with the Jay-Z. Hit him with that home right there. I know about that. Woo! What's up?
And I think we are
cut. All right, man. So poll finally returns. We're doing a new poll. So with the recent teardown and backward compatibility information reveal of the PlayStation 5, what is the next most important thing you want revealed before the console drops on November 12th? The choices are A, need to see that UI and what changes and features have been added. B, need to see that back compat tested on different games to see the performance and benefits. Or C, I don't care, that PS5 still getting delayed until we see a third party tear down the console in their head.
Where I'm at with it.
I know where you at with it. That one was for you. That is the question. Those are the choices. Please rock the vote when it goes up on ILP Twitter. Shout out to Lady Miranda Sanchez, who came through, the executive editor of IGN. All for the smoke.
That was kind of crazy.
Kind of hilarious. Oh man, she love what she's doing with the community. You already know what to do. Check the replay for see all her perspective, her journey. Really cool. But we got Lord Addict up with the videos and the bet with Forte. Where can people find you? What you got going on, sir?
You can find me on Twitter at Lord Addict ILP. You can find me on YouTube at Gaming Addict. I want to thank Miranda. Man, I'm exhausted. Miranda for coming on ILP. even though she had some smoke unnecessary.
Oh yeah, she had mad smoke. You try to go against Call of Duty? Oh Lord.
Here's her Twitter, and I think, and here's her Twitch. Definitely go give her some love.
Yes.
You know, it was a good show, and we got some stuff planned for you guys the next couple weeks. We'll get into that in the next couple of weeks.
Fire.
But you know, I appreciate everyone coming through, and you know, we'll see you next week.
No doubt, no doubt. Shout out to Cybergun to being messy on Twitch. How will the PlayStation 5 perform on that TLC Savage? Anyway, Lord Sov, very well liked in the community today. Where can the find you, sir?
Listen, anytime you go against King, you have to come prepared. You have to come. Listen. Many years ago, and I've started this story and stopped it a million times. I saw a man that lost a bet to King that had to crawl under his legs.
Yes,
as King stood above him wearing a championship belt.
Yes, I saw a man lose a bet to King and have to strip and walk down the block naked.
Walk down a Bronx block naked.
Yes,
which then impulse this person.
I seen a man have to carry me on his back down the block.
I see that one too. Yeah, that one too. You cannot lose a bet to King.
Yeah, this person then proceeded to break their only mode of transportation because they were so angry at the fact that they lost this bet.
Yes,
you gotta come. You gotta come prepared for King. That's
have to come prepared.
That's my brother. I love him.
You know what I love about Sovereign, and I'm not gonna lie. He knows the exact way to frame this show.
Lord of clarity.
And see what y'all heard snippets of the conversation. I have the full conversation.
Oh God.
So I'm just gonna let it rock right now because when it comes to the house, the King will show out.
No doubt. Speaking of which, I'm sorry, so I'll continue.
Real quick, a shout out to Miranda. It's funny because the thing is, when you see Miranda on her podcast and whatnot, like you hear her voice and you're like, oh, she's like the sweetest person, which she is.
Yeah.
But she is, when you look at her history and everything she's done to get where she is, she's a beast.
She's a beast.
She's a beast. The fact that all these opportunities that were presented to her, she did everything she needed to do.
Facts.
To take advantage of them and get ahead. So hardworking. She deserves all the success that she's having. So, like Attic said, go check her out on all her channels. Check her out on Unlocked. An amazing. I was so happy to have her on the show today.
Yeah, she was awesome, man. The journey, like you said, tremendous. Kaibatsu remembering some of these bets, having me laughing in the chat of the old bets back in the day. Lord King, man, holding on to these knees for dear life.
It's not for dear life.
You holding on? You holding on, brother?
Let's hold on. We're going home.
First and foremost, I definitely want to thank Miranda for coming through and gracing the realm with her presence, her hard work, and it's not luck, because we are manufacturing our own luck through our hard work. So she definitely deserves everything that she receives, and she's a warm, kind person. You can tell in the stuff that she does, and I really didn't think she was gonna rock with us that long, but she definitely did, and she was down for all the smoke.
She was down for all the smoke.
Trust me, I was not trying to have any smoke with her there. She was like, no.
She was like, no, I heard the pre-show. She was like, I want to be here for this.
I've heard her drop a few F-bombs in the past. It's funny to hear from her because it's like, and sometimes I remember one time they were like, the show Unlocked came on and they were live and they realized it, and he had to Ryan will drop an F-bomb now and again. It was like, he was like, I can't believe I have to tell Miranda to watch her language.
Yeah, on my show she was a little loose too. It's funny, but I was on a lot.
Definitely great. You can catch me on Twitter handing out the smoke.
Yes, you
do. All these dudes that want to invoke the name of their god. Don't do that, especially if you rock TCL.
Oh, Lord.
Don't I know you. Don't do that. You catch me on Dark Castle X Fridays at 9 p.m. where you'll see Beta Ray Bill spinning around in the background. KOS is going to be up this week. Please go to LogNet and check out our great writers that's there. Gene is working extremely hard. He's our Scribe of the Month. Fantastic guy and does great work. Teespring. We have a ton of new gear inside the Teespring store, and we have a PSA coming soon. So as soon as we get our gear, actually, we can talk about that stuff with you guys. But if you want backgrounds like that, and you see it, well, Salt didn't put his up yet.
Attic had his up.
Background. You know, it's definitely stuff that you can purchase there.
And it's pinned to the top of the chat right now.
And it helps us out tremendously because, like Cog was saying, camera upgrade soon.
Yeah.
So we can look as crisp as our guests.
Oh my god, yeah. Miranda too crisp. Yeah, we got to step our cameras up again.
But like she said, like what we're gonna have to do is you got to step away from the webcams, and you have to use actual real cameras and connect them to your PC and use them as a webcam. That's how you're gonna get quality like that. So that's gonna take some upgrading.
It's gonna take some upgrade. Hopefully the bank will allow us to do that.
We'll get to that road when we get to it. But through you guys subscribing to the channel, hitting that like button, sharing it out to everybody. And listen, it's 400 watching right now, 400 plus. I appreciate every last one of you.
Absolutely.
I know I joke around and I go through these little fake rants and stuff like that, but I really appreciate each and every last one of you that's sitting in the chat, that's writing, that's super chatting, that's spending time just listening, getting through your day. We are here together, so thank you so much. I appreciate every last one of you.
Much love, man. Much love to the new members. Much love to everyone subscribing.
Everything this podcast does is because of how much our community supports us in any way, shape, or form.
Absolutely. I mean, I debuted a feature thinking that, you know, it might take forever for us to actually test it, which was putting stuff on the team shop.
Got an alert like 5 minutes.
Like literally as soon as it went, like people buying the merch. I mean, we're so proud when we see people with the crest, the zip hoodies. Now, shout out to Taz Witch. He had the neck gator. You know what I'm saying? Looking like a little bandit. You know what I'm saying? The pandemic mask. We got those. So again, all the support Sov knows it, King knows it, Attic knows it. Everything we put back into this podcast to make it a better podcast for you guys. And it's to you. You know, you guys support us. It is truly, truly tremendous. We're truly humbled. Again, salute to Miranda. That's all I got. We got some more stuff, fun stuff cooking up for this month. But we're going to leave y'all with this. Man.
What's up? Guys? Before you do it, don't do it yet. Here after the podcast, sometime today, all our Patreons and all our members, be looking. I'm gonna put a poll up for a new emote. I don't know what the 4 is gonna be. I'm probably gonna use the 3 that didn't get voted last time and just throw a 4th one in there. So definitely go in there. Make sure that your voices are heard. If you go to that extent to support us, you do get a vote in what emotes you guys use. And if you use both, you get 2 votes.
Exactly.
So definitely be looking for that sometime today.
Stop lying on Twitter, Attic.
What happened?
Talking about King David lost his knees.
Attic, you know Attic got to instigate.
King David lost his knees. I'm so exhausted. Great show.
Salute to Attic for being messy. Salute to Jay Barry for being messy too, yo. Chat was on fire, man.
Miranda for keep going at you. Your head.
Shout out to Slow Mo. Slow Mo said Sob sounded like
Elder Bars. You about to get Elder Bars right now.
Me off guard is when she brought up the kind of like the battlefield thing. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, she went at you. Yo, she's about to smoke. Look, everybody, enjoy your Sunday. Get to that football. We out of here next week. Listen to Sob's Tinder as we peace out.
Yes, sir. Hi, this is Lord Sovereign from the Iron Lord Podcast. As you guys may recall, a few months back, King David OTW announced an amazing giveaway for the Xbox Series X. Well, I'm proud to announce that the Iron Lords podcast will once again be giving away another console at the end of this year. And that console will be a PlayStation 5. You heard correctly. So, how do you get in on this amazing giveaway? Let me explain. If you're already a member of the realm, you're good to go. If you support us either on Patreon or YouTube, you already have a ballot to win this amazing console. And if you support us on both platforms, you have 2 ballots to win this amazing console, as you also have 2 ballots to win an Xbox Series X. So, if you're not a member of the realm, what are you waiting for? Head on over to patreon.com, go to the Iron Lords Podcast Patreon page, become a member of the realm to get your chance to win a PlayStation 5. You can also join us on YouTube/Iron Lord Podcast. Become a member of the realm, and you will also have a ballot to win a PlayStation 5 console. And if you want to support us on both platforms, you'll have 2 ballots for each system to win either a PlayStation 5 console or, of course, as King David said, an Xbox Series X. This is an amazing opportunity that the Iron Lord podcast are so happy to bring to our community because you guys give so much back to us. So again, if you're not a member of the realm yet, what are you waiting for? Go out, join the realm on either Patreon or YouTube. And until next time, I'll see you